Good evening, sports fans. Tiger basketball is on the air here on YO Today Media. This is Ernie Over along with Josh Henninger tonight from the Bob Carey Memorial Fieldhouse. And the first game for Lander's Lady Tigers in the Bill Stranigan Classic Basketball Tournament. We've had quite a bit of action already here in Lander. Earlier this day, the Shoshone girls played a pretty good game in the first half, but they lost to the Sheridan sophomore team by a score of 58-23. But the Shoshone Wrangler boys won their game 66-35, and now we're into the varsity contest. Josh, it's good to have you alongside again, and here we are, another sports season, and away we go.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking that we were going to get a little bit of more of a break, not seeing that there was league games until January, but I misspoke. Of course, there's always some pre-game, quote-unquote, or preseason tournaments. They're all invitationals, and usually we're the first ones on the road, but lucky for us, the first couple tournaments are here at home.
And there are 8 teams participating in the annual Bill Stranigan Basketball Classic, and it started this morning. Teams include Cheyenne Central, Cheyenne East, Sheridan, Jackson Hole, Riverton, Star Valley, Lander Valley, and Shoshone. And we have a really interesting interview coming up with Lander Valley head basketball coach Cyril Stauffenberg, and we're going to get to that right after we listen to this.
Hi, this is Terry Banker. I'm minister at New Hope Christian Church in Lander, Wyoming. We want to support the kids of this area academically, athletically, and spiritually. Our address is 630 Mount Hope Drive. Come to Sunday school at 9:30 and our worship service at 10:45.
Hi, I'm Mama. Welcome to my kitchen.
Mama's Kitchen in Lander is ready to wow you with their home-style fixins'. Visit the coffee corner and don't forget to try Mama's biscuits, made just the way her Mama made them. And the Mama before that. With local and specialty ingredients making up their cuisine, it'll be the place you can't get enough of.
And just simple, tastes good, delicious, get me all ready for the day.
Down to earth, and yes, I would definitely come back.
Home cooking like you've never tasted before. 260 Grandview Drive in Lander.
Come on down to Grandma's!
With me right now on the pregame show is head Lander Valley Lady Tiger coach Cyril Stauffenberg. And Coach, a new year, a new season.
Yeah, and a different way to start the season. We generally head up to Buffalo or Level and hang out with our 3A counterparts, and we've kind of changed it up, and we're going to get to play here, fortunately, in our gym as part of the Stranigan Classic, which obviously is over in Riverton. But the different part will be that we're playing Cheyenne Central, Cheyenne East, and Sheridan, which is obviously a change of opponents for us, stepping up into the 4A ranks.
Yeah. Why did you decide to stay at home and go with Stranigan this year?
It's one of those where we've tried to find, a couple years ago, Coach Mullins had some great teams, and he chose to go down to the Taco John's in Cheyenne to see some 4A tournaments. I think we're both strong enough that we can compete with them. There was also just a small element of not knowing where, I guess not to get political, but where this legislature was headed last year as far as potential budget cuts. And clearly it's much cheaper to not put a bus on the road, not spend the night in motels, and not eat and play in your own gym. You're actually probably making money at the end of the day. So, so that came into play, and I guess a little soft side of me in the sense that Bill Stranigan was probably one of my biggest mentors coming through my early stages of teaching in the early 90s, and so just to be a part of what the tournament's named after him. So that's kind of cool for me, and Coach Mullins knew him. So there's a lot of folks that were affected by Bill.
Well, I always remember him on the sideline with his rolled-up program.
Yeah, the rolled-up program, and the program might have been as tall as him. But he's so that's and that's just kind of a side thing for obviously those people that knew him.
Yeah. Tell us about the Lady Tigers this year. What kind of team do you have?
We'll look pretty similar to last year. We had 11 kids in the state tournament roster, and 10 of them are back. So, we're pretty familiar with each other, and you can see it. And that might be a benefit to us, like I said, as we step out to maybe a little stiffer competition this opening weekend. So, but we're going to be pretty similar. We've shot the three a lot. We like to press and like to try to get up and push the tempo a little bit. So, So, that not a lot of that has changed. It's just hopefully done better than maybe last year, since we've got a year under our belt.
Yeah. It was kind of a disappointing end to last year, too.
Yeah, we'd lost 3 games all year, and then, and then thought we could maybe, I guess where we messed up is we messed up and took second at regionals, because that put us on the same side as the bracket of Douglas. So, we won our opening game at state, and state semifinals is a pretty solid performance. But then when you knew you had to go against Douglas, that was not the opponent you would naturally want to play last year. Now this year I'm fine playing them. So, so then we ended up 3rd, 4th place, and sometimes those games you never know how they go down at state. The last game you just lost the night before. So we played well against Warden, and they ended up beating us for 3rd. And I think Warden and us, I think we took turns beating each other last year. I think we were 2-2. We beat them twice, lost to them twice.
What's it look like this year in conference? You were in the 3A East.
We're in the 3A West. Our football team's in the 3A East, our only East team, but we're in the West side. So, there's a lot of good teams in the 3A. Before, it was the last 4 years, people had to, finally admitted that it was basically who got to be runner-up to Douglas, and they lost their big kid, they lost the Igo kid. So I think Douglas is still going to be very good, but doesn't have something they've had in the past, and a 6'6" kid that's very talented. Obviously, I think she's Player of the Week down at UW recently. But it was pretty wide open across the board. I bet you there's 8-9 teams that'll compete for state. Probably 4 of them on our side, probably 4 or 5 on the other side. So that's kind of, I guess, kind of fun in the sense that it's not only the year it opened up, it's wide open.
Now, this is going to be a bittersweet year for you. Your daughter, Demi, is a senior.
Yeah, it's kind of been a different one. And she got a senior there, so it's, we'll see how it goes there. I think she's headed volleyball side, so I think basketball, she can relax and play. There's really not, if there's somebody that wants her to play, I don't think she's going to. She's headed volleyball, so so hopefully she can relax and play. And just like any of those kids that are going on to play college, the sooner you make your decision, the easier it is for them to then play the rest of the year.
Yep. Now you have 2 other returning seniors. What do they look like?
Ryan Bell's just been a super kid. She came in from Fort Washakie for her 9th grade year, and just to see how much she has improved and changed over the course of 4 years, not just as a basketball player, but just as a person. Just in terms of visiting with you, grades, everything about her is improved 4 times, I guess. So each year, I guess it just got better. Whitney obviously is a girl that's played a lot for us too since her freshman year, and same thing with her. She's kind of turned into probably one of the better defenders in the 3A West. She doesn't score a lot, but when you put her on, you put her on the Pinedale girl who averages 17 and she comes out with 4. That's like scoring 13. You just don't get the credit in the paper for it a lot of times. But she's probably one of the best defensive players in probably 3A and definitely in 3A West.
Yeah. Well, Coach, good luck tonight against Sheridan, and we'll see you on the court.
All right. Thank you, Ernie.
The team at Lander Dental provides a wide range of services, including preventive, cosmetic, restorative, and reconstructive dentistry in a caring, comfortable setting. Lander Dental Group, 799 South 2nd Street in Lander.
There are 2 ways to buy 4x4 gear, the expensive way and the smart way. The expensive way is when you buy a new truck or SUV and the dealer sells you the brush guard, the heavy-duty bumpers, the steps, lights, winch, you name it. He rolls it all in with your loan into your monthly payment. But here's the smart way. Shop at Wyoming 4x4, where you get expert advice from Dan, quality gear, professional installation, all for a whole lot less than you'd spend at a car dealer. Wyoming 4x4 on North Federal in Riverton. The smart way to roll.
Welcome back to Bob Carey Memorial Fieldhouse at the campus of Lander Valley High School here in Fremont County. It's the Bill Stranigan Classic Basketball Tournament, and we'll have action here very soon from the Sheridan Lady Broncs and the Lander Lady Tigers. I'd like to run down the rosters that we have. First of all, for Lander, our team is comprised of a sophomore guard, Talene Tendor, a sophomore guard, 20 Washakie, a junior guard, Darian Bell, a senior wing, Demi Stauffenberg, a senior guard, Ryan Bell, a junior post, Aggie Brown, a junior wing, Layla Norse, a sophomore guard, Kiera Lincoln, a senior guard, Whitney Hansen, a sophomore wing, Mason Morton, a sophomore wing, Sandra St. Clair, a junior wing, Megan Winfield, a sophomore wing, Kiara Friday, a junior post, Lily Hamilton, a junior wing, Mariah Ackerman, and we have a sophomore wing, Allie Atnip, a sophomore wing, Allison Donahue, and a sophomore wing, Tegan Pickard, and a post junior, Markel Welsh. Coaching staff is Cyril Stauffenberg and Melinda Cox, Jordan Cooper, and Heidi Van Lishout. The trainer from Fremont Therapy is Paige Phelan. LVHS principal Brad Neuendorf and the assistant principal Hillary Rising. And the superintendent of Fremont County School District number 1 is Dave Barker. The athletic director is the coach, Cyril Stauffenberg. And running down the list we have here for the Lady Bronx, we have a junior, Gillian Mitzel, a junior, Sydney Blue, a sophomore, Adeline Burgess, a junior, Brooke Larson, a senior, Ellie Williams, a sophomore, Annie Hoffman, a senior, Haley Herzog, a junior, Samantha Spielman, and a sophomore, Allie Legaki, and a senior, Jenna Wilson, and the coach, Ryan Sullivan of the Sheridan Lady Bronx. And we'd like to remind you this is the Bill Stranigan Classic being held at Lander Valley High School. There are also other games going on in this tournament tonight over in Riverton. It's the Riverton Lady Wolverines and Wolverines against the Cheyenne Central Indians. So as you heard in the pregame show, we've got a little higher competition this year than the Tigers have had in the past year playing 4A teams, Josh.
Yeah, and it's one of the things that Coach Stauffenberg talked about, that Coach Mullins with the Tigers would go down to Cheyenne for 4A tournaments, whereas with this one, as he's talking about with logistics and money problems and stuff, keeping it home, which is a lot easier on the budget. So we'll go ahead and go to commercial break as they announce the starting lineups and do the national anthem. We'll be back with the tip between Lady Tigers and Lady Bronx here on KFCW.
Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at DuBois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment. High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy Cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
I'm Bo Clark, coach of the University of Wyoming rodeo team, reminding you that putting on a seatbelt doesn't take 8 seconds, and it can save your life.
Go Pokes, buckle up!
I think the world needs more cowboys.
Hey, watch where you're going.
Whoa! Ever since Rudolph got a new phone, he's been paying more attention to it than the road. I don't even think he realizes how dangerous it is.
Come on, man. Rudolph, it's not very bright to be distracted during flight. Pay attention, keep it straight. Put your device down. It can wait.
No elves were harmed in the making of this commercial.
Stop the texts, stop the wrecks. Brought to you by YDOT.
And on our Bailey Enterprises pregame show, it's time now for the Sutherland's Home Improvement Center starting lineups. For the Sheridan Lady Bronx, going to go with the junior Gillian Mitzel and a junior Sydney Blue, a 5'9" junior Brooke Larson, a senior Ellie Williams, and a junior Samantha Spielman. And for the Lander Lady Tigers, going with a guard, a sophomore, Talene Tendor, a wing player, a senior, Demi Stauffenberg, a guard, senior, Ryan Bell, Whitney Hansen, a guard who is a senior, and a wing player, Megan Winfield, a junior. And as you heard Coach Stauffenberg say in the pregame show, these girls have been playing together quite a while. Last year, the Lander Lady Tigers went 17-6. They only lost one senior off the team, and that was Nyla Ware. Lander is a good passing team. They like to press to create turnovers and score in the transition game. And we're getting ready now for the jump start on the paw on the middle of the floor here at Bob Carey Memorial Fieldhouse. Would also like to welcome those listeners tuning in tonight from Sheridan. And here we go with the basketball game. Sheridan is going to get the tip, and coming up with it is Larson. Larson on top of the key, motions a play, then goes to her right. She tries to penetrate, stops at the baseline. Packs it back out to Spielman. Spielman falls down on the ground, and she is called for traveling. That's the first turnover of the game. So Lander has it in the backcourt. Sheridan showing full court pressure against the Lady Tigers, and the Lady Tigers managed to break that pressure very easily. Coming down the court is Tendor, and we have an offensive foul going to be called on the floor, and it's going to go against Whitney Hansen. That was away from the basketball, so that will give the ball right back to the Lady Bronx. They're in white tonight with blue letters trimmed in yellow, and the Tigers are in green uniforms with black lettering and numbers trimmed in white. So there's your color for the afternoon game. There's a long shot from 19 feet, out, up, off, not good by Brooks Larson. Rebound snagged quickly, pass down court, underneath the basket, driving and passing it out the front to try to set up a better play is Whitney Hansen. Hansen gives it now to Stauffenberg. Stauffenberg back over to Hansen. On top of the key it goes, and around the horn to the left side outside. And we have a whistle called against a blocking foul on the Sheridan Bronx. And the personal foul is going to go against Sydney Blue. Well, we're off to a good start today, Josh.
Yeah, so far so good. Looking like both teams have pretty stingent defenses. Looks like both of them are playing man-to-man rather than zone, like we saw in the JV game. See who can be the first one to break that pressure, make the first points of the game.
On top there is Tendor from the top of the arc. Not good. Going high for the rebound. Climbing the ladder is Ellie Williams. Now they go the other way. Sheridan going right to left on the floor here at the Bob Carey Memorial Fieldhouse. There's a shot put up and in, and that's going to be Mitzel who gets the basket, the first one of the game, and it goes 2-0 Sheridan. 6:18 mark here of the first period. Lander with the basketball. Demi Stauffenberg launches a tray that hits the front of the rim. Not good. Fight for the rebound is on the floor, and we'll have a held ball. And the alternating possession is going to stay with Lander. 6:06 to go, 2-0 Sheridan on our Tiger scoreboard here from Lander. The Bill Stranagan Classic Basketball Tournament. Megan Winfield with the ball on the far side. There's a big launch, up and in. And that goes from Demi Stauffenberg for 3. We got a first tray of the game. Lander now leads by 1, 3-2. Long pass down court. Off the baseline, Williams can't shoot, so she brings it out in the corner for Larson for a 3. No, not good. Rebounded underneath the basket by the Tigers' Winfield. Winfield, outlet pass, goes down in the corner. Stauffenberg has it again. Underneath it goes to Tendor, and she's fouled as she goes to the baseline. So Talene Tendor, and the personal foul is going to be on Ellie Williams. Tigers putting up pretty good speed in the early parts of this game.
That was a good thought there by Demi Stauffenberg. She had the double team as she makes another three from the far side corner. Sheridan saw that she's good from the arc. They put a double team on her, so she passed inside to get the foul, then makes the tray for the Tigers.
Tigers lead 6-2, and we have a player control foul that's going to go against the Sheridan Bronx on the way down the court, the Lady Bronx, and it's going to go against Mitzel, her first, team's third. So the Tigers facing a full court press now in the backcourt into Tendor. Tendor long pass down court, gives it off to Winfield. Winfield under the basket, all alone for two. Demi Stauffenberg for the Tigers. She now has 8 points in the game, all 8 points for Lander. Sydney Blue on court, into the forecourt now. She's triple teamed, the ball gets away, and we have a timeout called by Sheridan as they had the player over there triple teamed. And we're going to be right back with more of the Bill Stranigan tournament from Lander after this.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288.
In any sport, athletes face the chance of sustaining an injury. According to the Athletic Training Association, 90% of student athletes reported some sort of sports-related injury. What's more, is 54% report playing while injured. For various reasons, sports-related injuries are increasingly leaving our youth at risk of exposure to opioid-based pain medication. Fremont WhenTheGameSlowsDown.com is here to help navigate monitoring medication, social support, and suggestions on what to do when the game slows down. Brought to you by Fremont County Prevention Program.
Brooke Larson to take it out for the Bronx in center court. She passes it in to Mitzel. Mitzel on top of the arc now. She moves in, tries to penetrate, throws the ball underneath the basket, and drawing a foul is Spielman. Spielman was down on the baseline and was going to the basket, and she got hammered there by Stauffenberg. Her first personal foul, second team foul by the Lander Tigers. Not a shooting foul, so with 4:38 to go in period number one, they're going to call it a shooting foul now. So going to the free throw line is Spielman. She's at the line. She'll have two shots. Lander leading by 6, now by 5 as Spielman gets that basket.
One of the things that's interesting so far is you see both teams are doing the full court press. The Tigers are definitely winning as far as getting people in position for the trap. But as well on the other side, the half-court defense, they're both playing man with a lot of the times you'll see in girls high school basketball, they'll actually play zone more than man. So we'll see if that continues as Sheridan tries to claw back against the Tiger lead here.
And they commit a personal foul on the inbounds pass, so Lander will have the basketball. Another foul called against Mitzel. That's her second. And that's the fourth team foul against Sheridan. Inbounds to Tendor for the Tigers. Tendor breaks the press. Down court it goes to Winfield. Winfield in the corner, all alone underneath the basket for two. Whitney Hansen for the Tigers. And it goes 10-4 on our Lander Tigers scoreboard. Sheridan with the basketball now. Coming down court is Brooke Larson. Crosses the timeline all the way down the court to Spielman, and we have a blocking foul called on Tigers as Spielman tried to penetrate the paint.
That was a close one. Stauffenberg looked like she was in position, but she did shuffle her feet just enough to cause the block, whereas if she had stayed stationary and her feet did not move, that would have been an offensive foul against Sheridan on the charge.
Kiera Friday into the game now. Stauffenberg takes a little bit of a rest. There's the inbounds pass. Ball's knocked away. It went to Burgess. Burgess, who just came into the game. There's another shot up off, not good by Larson. Tigers come down with the rebound on the fast break. All the way down to the free throw line and a double dribble travel. Well, actually, just a travel, isn't it?
Just a travel.
Yeah,
yep.
Just a travel. So the turnover gives the ball right back to Sheridan. We're halfway through the first period here at Lander Valley High School. The Bill Stradigan Classic Tournament being held in Lander and Riverton this weekend. Down court, Spielman has it underneath the basket. Ball stripped away, picked up by Tendor, and it goes out of bounds, and Sheridan will retain. Nice handwork that time by the Lady Bronx, trying to reach in there and knock the ball away, and they did, but Lander last touched it. Here's the inbounds pass. Bounce pass on top of the key, and we've got a foul against Sheridan as Ali Lagaki crashed into the Lander player. So Lagaki picks up her first personal foul, 15th foul. Now coming into the game is Ellie Williams for the Sheridan Bronx.
That was good defensive pressure, both by Talene Tendor, who helped cause their turnover, as well as Megan Winfield, who was able to close out on the interior and prevent that shot from going in as the Tigers turn it over again.
Yeah, turn it over in the forecourt, and then the Sheridan Bronx return the favor, but it goes off of Lander and out of bounds. So on the far side outside at center court, Sheridan will have the basketball. Williams inbounds the ball, bringing it down on top of the key now is Mitzel. Mitzel drives in the lane, stops, doesn't shoot, but Blue does, and it's way short. Barely touched the net. Lander with the rebound. Outlet pass comes down to Winfield out of bounds. A turnover for Lander, and Sheridan will have it in the backcourt. 3.5 minutes to go here in the first period, Josh.
Yeah, they tried to lead Kiara Friday there with the outlet pass as she got past half court. Unfortunately, just a little bit too far ahead of her, couldn't get her mitts on it.
Bringing the ball down is Mitzel. She crosses the timeline. The ball stolen away by Tendor. Tendor with the ball. Long pass down court underneath the basket. And another turnover by the Tigers as they couldn't control the basketball. 2-on-2 fast break. In the corner now, it's Williams. Williams at the baseline, can't drive. She's trying to penetrate. Tries to fight. There's a shot up and off the rim. Not good. Lander gets the rebound. Coming away with the basketball is Kiara Friday. Friday on the near side now, on top of the key to Ryan Bell. Bell, far side outside. And it goes to Hansen. Hansen reverses direction in the corner. Now back out on top to Friday. Friday to Tendor. Her shot's up and in, and she is fouled, and we'll have a free throw. Nice drive that time by Talene Tendor.
Talene Tendor so far has been the best defensive player for the Tigers. She's getting in there. She's causing some turnovers, getting some steals in that time. Even though she's a little bit smaller than the Sheridan Lady Bronx, she goes in hard, puts it off the glass up and in and getting the foul, and converts to and one, 13-4, Tigers lead.
Yeah, she made the old-fashioned three-point play. Foul that last time on Sydney Blue. Down court now, Mitzel has it in the forecourt, goes onto the right-hand wing, tries to drive into the paint, can't do it, hands it off to Burgess. Burgess back over to Mitzel. Mitzel along the baseline, shots up, and foul against Lander. Going up and drawing the foul was Ellie Williams, and the personal is going to go against Kiara Friday, her first and Lander's fourth. 16 fouls against Sheridan, and Williams heading to the free throw line for the first time for the Lady Bronx.
That was Winfield that got the foul.
23.
Yep.
Ah, okay.
Friday's 24.
I have to clean my glasses. Okay, thank you, Josh. Coming out of the game now for Sheridan is Samantha Spielman. At the free throw line, she missed her first free throw, going for the second one now. And this one is good. Nothing but net there. And it goes 13-5 on our Tigers scoreboard. Down court, here is the pass into Bell, I should say in the forecourt. Now over to Tendor, who brings it into the forecourt. Pass over in the far side, gets away. Turnover Lander, their fifth of the game. And now there's a turnover Sheridan. We've got a scrum on the floor, and they're going to call a held ball. And a technical foul called against Sheridan. That's going to go against Burgess. Oh, on 20. That's Ellie Williams gets the technical foul. After it was called a held ball, she shot something at the official, and he didn't waste any time blowing the whistle and throwing the tee. So unfortunately, Sheridan gets a tee here, and the Lander Tigers will be going to shoot free throws down at this end. Lander moving from left to right. And quickly, Coach Ryan Sullivan is up, and he's going to take Ellie Williams out of the game, the senior. I should know something, not to talk back at the official, but this is early in the season. This is their first varsity game. At the line for Lander is Ryan Bell. She hasn't scored in the game yet. 2:04 to go, 13-5, Lander with the lead. Bell dribbles it a couple of times. High arcing shot is rolling around and drops in. Thank you very much, Gravity.
Yeah, right. And
Yeah.
not only that, but with the foul, that puts the Tigers in the bonus as well for the last 2 minutes of this quarter, which will help the Tigers as well. Anytime that Sheridan fouls, Tigers will go for at least one free throw until they get, is it 9 fouls, then they're in the double bonus, or is it 10?
10, yeah.
10 fouls.
Well, the officials are now discussing something on the far side, and one of the officials is coming over. And I'm not sure exactly what they're doing. But whatever it is, we're back to play again. So we'll let them do what they do. And Tendor from Bell. Tendor on top of the key. Oh, she almost double dribbled with the ball there. Around the horn it goes, just outside the arc on the near side now. Bell has it again. On top of the key over to Friday. Friday, long three-point shot is too long off the back of the iron. Rebound pulled down by Spielman, and she launches it down floor and too strong on the pass, and it goes out of bounds. That's a turnover number 3 for Sheridan.
That's a good set play by the Tigers there on their last offensive possession. Getting the three-pointer open for Friday. Unfortunately, she just shot it a little too far, but it was definitely a good set play for the Lady
Good
Tigers.
defensive pressure that time by Brooke Larson of the Lady Bronx, forces a Lander turnover. Coming into the game now, Megan Winfield for the Tigers, and Talene Tendor goes to the bench. Minute 35 to go here in the first period of play. Lander by 10, 15-5, and we have a foul on the floor. It's going to go against Lander. And the official is saying it's going to be Friday, who just came into the game. That's her first personal foul. Minute 32 to go. Mitzel has it on top of the key. Now in the paint. Whistle and a traveling call on Spielman. 4th turnover for the Lady Bronx. Still, go ahead.
That pro hop Euro step may be legal in NBA, but in high school they'll definitely call you for travel all the time.
Yeah, you can't take more than that. Here's downfield or down court underneath the basket. No opportunity to shoot, so the ball comes back out on top of the play. Darian Bell with it. Bell on top of the key now. Moves it around the corner. Now into the corner. Ball's knocked away. Picked up by the Tigers, and we'll have a held ball. Good defensive reaction by Gillian Mitzel there. And it will give the turnover, number 7, against Lander. And Sheridan comes down, though going right to left here on the floor at the Bob Carey Memorial Fieldhouse on the campus of Lander Valley High School. It's the Bill Stranagan Classic Basketball Tournament. There's the shot up off, no good by Brooke Larson. And she's going to be fouled on the play by Darian Bell, and she'll go to the free throw line to shoot some charity stripes here. Yeah, Larson has not scored in the game so far. She's a 5'9" junior. Shots up and in. Nothing but nylon that time. And so far, Sheridan's only had 1 basket. They've had 4 free throws. It's 15-6. Next shot is up by Larson, and that one is just as good as the last one. 15-7 now on the Tigers scoreboard. Down court come the Tigers. They break the press pretty easily. Pass in the corner. Now it comes out on top of the key. Tendor has it, and losing it is Ryan Bell on the pass, but that's stolen away on the other side by the Tigers as they come down the floor. Here's another pass. Not good enough, and it's turned over by the Tigers. Little weak pass that time, was just intercepted. Good hands by the Lady Bronx. Underneath the basket, Spielman. She can't shoot. Has the ball stolen away from her by the Tigers. 2-on-1 break. Underneath the basket, stopping and rolling out of bounds. Megan Winfield. Another turnover for the Tigers, their 10th. So Sheridan will have the ball in the backcourt. 17 seconds to go here. Lander leading 15-7 on our Tigers scoreboard. Down court is Spielman. Spielman gives it off now to Burgess. Burgess in the middle of the lane, almost traveled. She almost lost possession there. Rebound is up, off, not good on the shot. That's the end of the first period of play. And after one at the Bill Stranigan tournament here in Lander, on the Lander side of the tournament, it's Lander 15 and Sheridan 7.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
Ever wonder why so many babies are delivered at Hot Springs Health in Thermopolis? Could it be the exceptional prenatal care offered by our providers? Or our convenient family practice clinics located in Thermopolis, Worland, Basin, Shoshone, and Riverton? Maybe it's our new OB suites with large jetted tub, or maybe it's the place where you know you can find all of this and more.
Well, we played 1 quarter of basketball here, Josh. What do you think?
You know, a lot of turnovers by both teams. I think the Tigers had a little bit more with double digits in the turnovers, and I think the biggest part was they saw the plays that were opening up, but unfortunately the passes were leading their teammates just a little bit too far. Both teams are playing full court press, man defense. Instead of zone, Tigers have done a good job on both sides of the ball, breaking it on offense and trapping on defense, and it shows on the scoreboard 15-7.
Tendor has it on the left wing in the middle of the play. The ball's knocked away. It's picked up and shots up and good by Whitney Hansen. Her 4th point of the ball game, 17-7. Now a 10-point bulge by the Lander Lady Tigers over the Class 4A Sheridan Lady Broncs. Down court, Samantha Spielman has it in the middle of the lane to Mitzel. Mitzel can't shoot. Back over to Spielman for 2. Nice shot from about 16 feet over there. Here's a steal by the Sheridan Lady Broncs. Underneath, the ball is knocked away. Great defensive effort that time by Talene Tendor as she came from behind and knocked the ball right out of the hand of a Spielman. And Sheridan will have it.
That was a good recovery by Tendor. She's the one that threw the pass that was intercepted, came back and was able to poke it out and refuse a shot as there's a block by Stauffenberg. Tiger defense looking stout so far in the first half.
Spielman drives it in the lane and is called for traveling. The basket will not count. Yeah, that was a nice block by Stauffenberg. We haven't seen too many of those in this tournament so far. And now we have Tendor with the ball. Long pass down court is caught underneath the basket to Stauffenberg, out of bounds, and it'll stay with Lander, as they say, last touched by Spielman. 7 minutes to go here in the first half. Lander 17-9 on our Tiger scoreboard. Here's Tendor. Moving to the left, moving to the right, now going inside the lane, all alone underneath. Stauffenberg in the lane, puts up the shot. It's too strong, not good. Rebound is knocked out to the forecourt, and picking it up for the Tigers. There's a shot for 3 that goes in, and that was Kiera Friday for 3. Bam, bam, 20-9. Now Sheridan comes back down with the basketball. Burgess trapped on the corner, far side outside, tries to get it away. The ball's knocked away, picked up underneath by Blue. She can't shoot, throws it out on the near side to Legaki. Legaki's shot is off the iron, not good. Rebounded by the Tigers. Quickly down court they come. Setting is Hansen, shooting from the free throw line. No, not good. Rebound goes to Sheridan. Long outlet pass down court, all alone under the basket is Larson. She turns around, shoots, it's up off, not good. Tigers crawl the ladder looking for the rebound, not good. And we have a 3-second zone violation. No, they're going to call a foul. Foul goes against Tigers, and it'll go against Talene Tendor, and that's her first. Boy, there were a lot of people in the lane that time, Josh.
Yeah, I mean, there's been a couple times where it's been a total fight for the ball on the glass, both offensive, defensive side. So far, Demi Stauffenberg has been doing a great job getting on the glass and on the offensive glass. She was able to volleyball, tip it out to the perimeter where the Tigers were then able to, Friday was able to make the three. Again, just great individual effort by Stauffenberg as well as Tendor on defense.
One of the free throws is made, 1 for 2 down court for the Tigers. There's another 3-ball, up off, not good. Hits the side of the rim. Rebound comes down to Legaki. Legaki does a 360, throws it on top of the key now to Larson. Larson launches a tray, up off, not good. And the rebound pulled down by the Lady Tigers. There's a bad pass, but it's picked up by Stauffenberg. Now over on the far side outside, Friday has it. In the middle it goes to Bell. Bell at the free throw line falls down, is tied up, and we'll have a held ball. And the alternating possession will go to the Sheridan Lady Bronx. Mitzel coming in, and now coming out is Legaki. And returning to the Lander lineup is Tendor. And coming out of the Lander lineup is Megan Winfield. Not really a height advantage for either team here, although Brooke Larson of Sheridan seems to be the tallest young lady out there. All right, we have another held ball, and this time it'll go to the Tigers. So that's the 8th turnover. Unforced error. Now coming into the lineup again is Ellie Williams. She had to leave after that technical foul in the first quarter. She replaces Brooke Larson. Lander gets the ball inbounds. Full court pressure by the Bronx. Ball's knocked away, stolen away again by the Lander Tigers. So 2 turnovers there by each team. Underneath the basket, all alone. Oh, hammered on the play is Kiera Friday as the Sheridan Bronx were beaten on that one. Friday was all alone. And coming in and making that big stop to prevent the basket was Spielman. So now Kiera Friday, who has a tray here in the second quarter, misses wildly on that first free throw. 4:57 to go, first half of play. Lander by 10, 20-10. Next shot is up off, not good. Fight for the rebound, and we have another held ball, and this one will go to Sheridan. Good defensive pursuit on the boards for the Tigers and the Lady Bronx.
Definitely good defensive pursuit as well as good tie-ups to produce a lot of jump balls. That possession error is flipping places over and over again, just about every possession. And it looks like the Tigers are going to try and keep up this defensive pressure and hold the Bronx from scoring.
Mitzel has the ball in the lane. She falls down and is called for traveling. 9th turnover by the Lady Bronx. Lander has it in the backcourt. 4:39 to go here, first half of play. Tendor hands it off on the near side. Long pass down court, and it goes to Winfield. Winfield to Tendor. Tendor in the lane, drives the basket, falls out of bounds, and it'll go to Sheridan. Turnover, Lander. And that was a tremendous effort that time, but she tripped and fell in the middle of the lane and just slid out of bounds.
Yeah, Tendor saw a little hole there in the lane, tried to get through there, and the Bronx were able to just close it off. Pinch her off at the hip and make her go down. Luckily for her, with every turnover she's had, she's also gotten a steal.
Mitzel underneath to Williams. Her shot is not good. Lander with the rebound. Down court, it's Tendor. She's having trouble getting the ball down court. Now she hands it off to Larson and Bell, and the ball's knocked out of bounds. Nice defensive play by Williams. And the Lander Tigers will have the ball as the ball crashed into a laptop there on the scorer's table, and it went black.
Tigers were pretty close on getting a 10-second backcourt violation there.
Down court, here we go. Tendor at the baseline, under the basket, does a 360, off the glass and in. What a move by Talene Tendor. She did a 360 in the lane, then kissed it off the top of the glass for the basket. It's 22-10.
Talene Tendor is probably one of the shortest players on the floor, but she plays like she's built like a power forward. I love her tenacity and driving inside as the Tigers force another turnover as Sheridan travels.
Sydney Blue had the basketball, and good defensive pressure by the Tigers. Coming in now is Megan Winfield and Demi Stauffenberg comes out. Here we go. It's Bell. Bell on the far side outside. Bounce pass on top of the key to Friday. Friday moving it around, now the right side to Tendor. She moves to her left, launches a tray. It's just short, off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Winfield. Winfield brings it out on top of the key now. In the corner it goes, driving the baseline, putting a shot off the glass, and a player control foul against the Lander Tigers, Talene Tendor. So that is going to be her second personal foul, as she tried to muscle her way in and got caught that time.
Yeah, trying to find a way inside the key, and the Sheridan Bronx player was able to set her feet and get the charge, as Sheridan puts up another basket here with just under 3 minutes left in the first half.
Yeah, the seas parted for Spielman, and she had a full wide open run to the lane and laid it up. Tigers now on the near side. Dribbling it is Bell. Bell underneath the basket in the middle of the lane. Back off to Tendor. Shots up off, not good. Rebound goes away to the Sheridan Bronx. Blue has it. Crosses the timeline. Ball's knocked away from her, and she is going to draw a foul. And it was Tendor, and that is her third personal foul. And Coach Cyril Stauffenberg is quick to get up. And she's going to come out of the basketball game, and going in is Lily Hamilton. First time we've seen Lily. 22-12 on our Tiger scoreboard.
And with that third personal, we probably won't see Tendor for the rest of the first half. She's definitely been the workhorse on the defense, creating majority of the steals for the Tigers, and she's been able to muscle her way inside even with her small size, to get some buckets. So she's probably going to get an early exit here the first half. We'll see her maybe beginning the third quarter, halfway through the third quarter.
Blue hits both of her free throws, and it's 22-14, an 8-point lead. Tigers bring the ball quickly down court. They like to run the basketball and create turnovers for the transition game. They haven't had much luck with the turnovers on the transition. Down court, here's a shot up by Bell from the corner. Up off, not good. Rebound pulled down by the Tigers, Hansen. In the corner, off. There's a shot for three. It's off the front of the iron. Not good. That was Kiera Friday. 2 minutes to go here, first half. Down court is Legaki. Legaki's shot is wild. Off, not good. Tigers with a 3-on-1 break. Under the basket, off the glass, and in for Kiera Friday. Her fifth point of the game, and it's again a 10-point lead by Lander, 24-14. And the ball's knocked out of bounds down court by Megan Winfield. Coming back into the game for Sheridan is Brooke Larson, and coming out of the game now for the lady, well, let's see, turnaround. I think that's Blue. Okay, Sheridan has it back in play on top of the arc, moving to the right-hand side, far side outside. And it goes now to Spielman. Spielman from the top of the arc misses the three. The rebound is right there, and putting it in. Nice rebound by Ellie Williams, and it's 24-16. They go off the press now. Lander brings the ball down court unopposed. Whitney Hansen has it. Hansen in the corner on the near side. On top of the key to Friday. Friday's long shot for three. No, and we have an over the back being called against Lily Hamilton. That's her first foul. And that is the 10th team foul against the Tigers. So we'll go into the double bonus now, Josh.
Yeah, and the Lady Bronx will have 2 free throws on each foul now in the game, the rest of the first half. So it'll be just like in like college and NBA, where there's a foul and it'll be 2 free throws automatically. But the Tigers on offense have been doing a good job of mixing their outside shots on the arc, as well as penetrating inside the key to get some points in the paint. But unfortunately, there has been a couple times where they get stumbling in there, get a little out of control, and they can't get a good open shot as they kick it back out to try and get it. As Sheridan gets 2 offensive rebounds in a row on possession, Winfield will clear it for the Tigers.
Yeah, Spielman hit 1 of 2 free throws. Tigers have it now in the forecourt. On top of the key, it's Hansen. Hansen gives it off to Friday. 53 seconds to go here, first half of play. With it now, Winfield. Across the key it goes. With it is Hamilton. Goes out of bounds. Turnover Tigers, their 13th. Again, not a crisp pass, Josh.
Yeah, and it looks like the Sheridan Lady Bronx have increased their pressure on that man-to-man defense, forcing the Tigers to sort of get a little out of control with their passes and force turnovers.
There's a great pass underneath. A nice assist by Spielman to Williams for 2. And it's now a 5-point game, 24-19. 25 seconds to go. Ryan Bell brings it down for Lander. She's on top of the arc. She moves over to the right-hand side. Can't drive the baseline. Now she tries it again. She's under the basket. Passes it out on top to Hamilton. Hamilton almost lost possession of the ball. Back over to Hansen. In the corner on the far side. It's Friday. And we have a foul on Sheridan. It's going to go against Ellie Williams. And I tell you what, Josh, that could have been a foul against Lander because the official initially indicated a player control foul against Lander, then instantly changed his mind.
Yeah, it almost looked like it could have been an illegal screen, but in the end, they'll go ahead and call the push against the Sheridan player, and that will have Lander go to the free throw line, 1-1. First one's good.
That's Winfield at the line.
Yep, and Winfield will get a chance for one more. But the good thing for the Lady Bronx, if you want to look at it, silver lining, that does give them the opportunity for the last possession of the half.
Next shot is up and good. Nothing but net that time. 4 seconds to go. Quickly down court. Lagaki has the ball knocked away. Shot at the buzzer. Desperation. No way. And the half ends. Lander Tigers, Lander Valley 26. And the Sheridan Bronx 19. And we'll be back with a second half stat recap and some analysis after this.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness knows what it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Worland, Basin, Powell, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, deconditioned, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care at Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at gotchi.org.
Is your resolution this year to be healthier? You may have made a commitment to improve your physical health, but don't forget about your financial health. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union is listed as one of the healthiest credit unions in the U.S., and we are the healthiest credit union in Wyoming, according to depositaccounts.com. Don't risk having your accounts anywhere else. Become a member today and accomplish your first resolution by becoming healthier. Financially speaking, that is. Federally insured by NCUA. Open your eyes to a credit union. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union.
Bailey's Enterprises is a proud sponsor of Riverton Wolverines football. For over 50 years, Bailey's has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service and to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey, go Wolverines.
26-19 our score. Lander Lady Tigers over the Sheridan Lady Bronx here in the halftime. Looking at the scoring right now we have for Sheridan, pretty even scoring across the board. They're led by Spielman, who has 7 points, 2 field goals, 3 out of 4 from the free throw line. Ellie Williams has 2 field goals, 1 for 2 from the line for 5 points. And then it goes down to Brooke Larson with 2 free throws for 2 points for Sydney Blue, both on free throws. And Gillian Mitchell has 1 basket for 2 points, 1 free throw by Adeline Burgess for 1. And in the first half, Josh, only 2 free throws missed, or only 3 free throws missed by Sheridan, and that's been kind of keeping them in the game. On the Lander Tigers side, the leading scorer, Demi Stauffenberg, has 2 trays and a field goal for a total of 8 points. 5 points each by Kiara Friday on a tray and a field goal, 0 for 2 from the line. And Talene Tendor has 5 points, 2 field goals, 1 for 1 from the free throw line. Other scorers include Whitney Hansen. She has 2 field goals for 4 points. Megan Winfield with 2 and Ryan Bell with 2. Turnovers in the game. Lander has turned the ball over 13 times, mostly on unforced errors. And the Sheridan Lady Broncs have turned it over 10 times. And as you might have heard in the pregame show with Lander Valley head basketball coach Cyril Stauffenberg, they're really excited to play these Class 4A teams. As you heard, they usually do a Northern Bighorn Basin swing to open the tour, but because of Riverton's, when Stu Mullins was the head coach at Riverton, he'd always go down to that Taco John's tournament, and he said, well, let's bring some 4A teams up here to Fremont County. So the Bill Stranigan tournament features Cheyenne Central and Cheyenne East and Sheridan. We have Lander Valley, we have Shoshone, we have Jackson Hole and Star Valley. So it's a nice 8-team field. And the nice thing about this one, Josh, is all these underclassmen are getting a chance to play someone besides their teammates. We have sophomore games, JV games, varsity games here. So a lot of players here in Lander and Riverton for this tournament.
Yeah, one of the things you'll see too, especially with the Tiger girls so far, is as you read off on the roster, there's 19 players listed, but Tigers only had 9 dressed up. Usually you have 10 dressing up on varsity. There is one girl that was unable to play tonight. Don't know if that's because of a minutes restriction or because of an injury. But yeah, typically you'll have 10 dressed players, and that'll be your starting 5, as well as a couple of substitutes that are seniors or on the varsity team. And then you'll have some of the JV kids that will suit up and be on the bench for the varsity as well. But the problem is there's the minutes restriction, as well as you don't want to tire your kids out too much. And as I'd heard through the grapevine, there's a couple of significant injuries in practice this week for the Tigers, both on the boys and the girls side, and including one of the boys. Not sure which team he was actually on, varsity, JV, or fresh or sophomore, but he'll actually be out the rest of the year, it sounds like. So, it's beginning of the year. It's the preseason invite tournaments. They don't necessarily count for seeding or anything like that, but it's definitely something the teams do to warm up, get the blood flowing, get into some game situations before they go on the 2-week break for Christmas.
Well, let's take a 2-minute, 30-second timeout. 26-19, Lander with the lead over Sheridan. It's halftime at the Bill Stranigan Classic at Lander Valley High School.
Riverton's Hampton Inn & Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County school athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
Former University of Wyoming quarterback Josh Allen is worthy of Wyoming.
23 plays into my first start here at the University of Wyoming. I dropped back, kind of went through a progression. I saw the middle of the field kind of open up. I decided to lower my shoulder His helmet went straight into my collarbone here. We landed on the 20-yard line. At that moment, I knew something was really bad.
So Josh's collarbone was pretty bad. He had broken in multiple places, and it required hardware fixation with the plate in order to get it back together.
It was devastating news to me and my family, just knowing that, it could have ended 23 plays in.
We had no question whether we could perform the surgery here, given our wide range of varying subspecialties within orthopedics.
I would recommend Premier Bone and Joint Centers. The thing that made me feel really comfortable with them was they made it feel like your own family.
I think he'll have no problem performing in the NFL. His rehab and his recovery done very well, and I don't see any restrictions on him whatsoever.
They want the best for you, and they won't steer you wrong.
Let us show you why we're worthy of Wyoming.
Riverton Vision Center offers comprehensive eye health exams, highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Ballard, Dr. Hinkle, and Dr. Frazier offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today.
Well, we're just about ready to get going with our second half here. Lander leading 26-19, and we'd like to welcome in our listeners in Sheridan tonight on Sheridan Media, and we hope you're enjoying the broadcast. The Lady Broncs have got a little ways to go, trailing here by 7 points at halftime, but as we've seen, they've been kind of vulnerable for that half-court trap, and they've turned it over a couple of times. But we'll start the second half with Lander controlling the basketball. They will have it at mid-court, going right to left here at Bob Carey Memorial Fieldhouse. Nice crowd on hand for the first game of the year. And, bleachers not totally full, but the two lower sections are pretty full. And we've got a smattering of folks in the upper sections on both sides of the court here. Well, they're waiting for the scoreboard clock to get down to 8 minutes. There it is. And waiting for the whistle to begin. And there we go. Lander will have the ball to start the second half of play. And it's Talene Tendor with 3 fouls starting here for the Tigers. And she gives the handoff to Hansen. Hansen in the middle of the field to Bell. Her shot is partially blocked. Rebound goes back to the Tigers, and they're going to kick it back out on front. Tendor has it now at the baseline. Shot off the glass. No, she gets her own rebound. Fires it outside to Bell. Bell from the corner, and we have no basket. It was a tray, but we had a violation, 3-second zone violation. Camped out in the lane there, so the Tigers have got to be careful about that. Just 30 seconds into the second half of play. Down court, there's a nice move by Blue. She loses the basketball and a held ball. Boy, we've had a lot of held balls this time. I think that's our 45th held ball.
Yeah, there's been a lot of jump balls. There's been a lot of turnovers and been a lot of back and forth.
Brooks Hansen to take it in. There's a turnaround jump shot up off, not good, short by Spielman. Rebound recovered by Stauffenberg. Long outlet pass is too short. Turnover, Tigers picking up the ball for the Bronx is Blue. Blue, left side, outside, goes to Mitzel. Her shot is up off, no good. Gets her own rebound, puts it up again, no. And the Tigers come down with the rebound. 3-on-0 break here. Going up, Winfield and in for 2. Well, the Lady Bronx got caught flat-footed that time, and the Tigers had the fast break going. 28-19 is our score. Lander Valley with the lead here over Sheridan, and we have a travel. Traveling on the call by Spielman. That'll give the turnover back to Lander in the backcourt underneath the basket. 6:41 to go here. Third period of play. Lady Tigers 28-19. Tendor brings it down for Lander. Stops outside the arc on the near side. Goes to Hansen. Drives the lane. Off the glass. No. And she draws the foul in the paint. And the personal is going to go against number 20. That's Williams, and that's her third personal foul. Actually, it's her fourth foul because she has the technical as well.
Right, yep.
Now going to the line, Whitney Hansen, who has 4 points in the game. Now 5. And substitutions coming in, entering the game is Adeline Burgess, and coming out now is Blue, also coming out as Williams. At the free throw line again, Hansen going up for another one, and this one rims out, not good. Centrifugal force sent it down on the court. With the rebound is Spielman. Spielman at the top of the lane loses the basketball. Turnover, she falls down. And was she pushed? That's the question. And we have a white 0 foul, and that's Mitzel. And that's her third personal foul. Slow to get up on the court that time was Tendor, and she's now leaving, walking a little gingerly. Yeah, there she goes back over to Cyril Stauffenberg. Inbound pass comes into the Lander Tigers now. They're driving down on the near side outside. Ball's thrown away, and it's another turnover for Lander, their 15th. 6:13 to go, third period, 10-point lead by the Lady Tigers. And Cyril Stauffenberg was saying, how could you call that out of bounds? And it was pretty easy, Coach. It bounced against the wall. Okay, down court, here we go. Burgess with the basketball for the Bronx. On top of the key, Mitzel. Mitzel drives, almost lost the handle on the ball. It's knocked away, out of bounds. It'll go to Lander. Another turnover, 12th of the game by the Lady Bronx. Just under 6 minutes to go here, period number 3. With it is Ryan Bell. Bell now down court to Hansen across the timeline on top of the arc. Hansen in the corner on the right-hand side underneath the Bell. Shot from 7 feet. No, not good. Climbing the ladder for the rebound. Getting into Spielman. Spielman quickly down court to Ligaki. Ligaki double teamed. She fires it on top of the key now. With the ball is Spielman. Hands it off to Mitzel. Mitzel on the right-hand side outside goes to Burgess. Burgess can't drive the lane, so she tries a bounce pass in the middle. Turnaround jump shot up off, not good by Spielman. Rebounded by the Lander Tigers. Down court with the ball is Winfield. Her shot is blocked. Really nice defense that time by Ligaki, and the ball stolen away and thrown away. Turnover, turnover, turnover. Well, the ball's getting a little ragged, little play, Josh.
Yeah, I mean, you've got both sides of the ball that are having huge turnovers, and I like what Whitney Hansen did there. She saw the outlet pass. Bell had to step behind the defender. Unfortunately, Bell was not on the same page. Didn't turn around to look for the ball fast enough, so it went out of bounds. But overall, great vision by Hansen, seeing that opportunity was available in the paint. Unfortunately, Bell just didn't quite get there fast enough as Hansen led the ball a little too far.
Mitzel had a tire shoe on the other end of the court. Here we go with Ligaki off on top of the key. Shot by Larson. No, not good. Rebounded underneath by Burgess, and one for Burgess. Nice recap that time by the Lady Bronx, and a foul on Stauffenberg, and that's going to be her third personal foul.
Yeah, that was a great job on the offensive rebound there by the Lady Bronx. Something that in the majority of the first half, the Lady Tigers were definitely ahead of the Lady Bronx in offensive boards. But so far in the second quarter and now in the start of the second half, Lady Bronx are starting to even that stat.
Lander still in the backcourt, and there's a turnover as they couldn't get the ball past the timeline. 4:40 to go. It's down to a 7-point game. Tigers did have a lead, and we've got a timeout on the floor by Cyril Stauffenberg, and we'll be back after this 30-second timeout.
After a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
Why should you choose Lander Medical Clinic or Western Family Care for your health care? In addition to 4 locations in Fremont County, they also provide telehealth. Telehealth can be your go-to answer when you're out of town, on the road, or just can't get to urgent care. All you need is a good internet connection. To schedule a telehealth appointment, call 332-3941 today. That's 332-3941. Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care. With telehealth, they're putting your health first every time.
Larson has the ball on the far side outside at center court. She'll inbound it for the Lady Bronx. Guarded closely by Hansen. There's the inbounds pass to Mitzel. Mitzel on top of the key now. Looks to her left, moves to her right. On top of the key, throws it away. picked up by the Tigers. Down court, Hansen has it, and she throws the ball away. Another turnover on each team as the play is getting a little bit ragged here at the halfway part of the third period of play. Underneath the basket, Spielman up and in for the Lady Bronx, and it's a 5-point game, 29-24. And the Tigers break the press. Down court, throw it away again. Well, Josh, they're just trying a little bit too hard, I think, and not really thinking about what the play is.
Yeah, it looks like Ryan Bell is pressing a little bit too much there. She had back-to-back turnovers as she tried to repay Hansen with the favor when Hansen tried to lead her into the basket. She wasn't quite paying attention. That pass was a little behind, and the other one trying to push it ahead in the corner, she pushed it a little too far. They need to just relax, set their offense up, and get in the motion play that they usually do, set up a good shot.
Burgess in the forecourt lost the basketball, picks it back up again off to Larson. Larson in the lane underneath, and Mitzel is hammered underneath the basket. She'll go to the line to shoot 2, and the foul goes against Megan Winfield, her second. And the Lady Bronx, Josh, making a run here. They're only down by 5.
Yeah, they definitely outscored the Tigers in the second quarter, and so far in the beginning of the third, they're doing the same, cutting that lead from 10 down to 7, and now it's down to 4, 29-25. Tigers scored 15 points in the first quarter, and since then, they've only scored 14.
Well, both free throws by Mitzel are up and good, and it's a 3-point game. Whistle and a blocking foul on Lander underneath the basket on Tendor, and that is her 4th, Josh, and she's going to probably come out of the game. Cyril Stauffenberg looks to his bench. Coming in is Darian Bell, and Sheridan has a chance here to tie or to get within 1 or tie the game with a tray. In court, Spielman has it. In the corner, goes underneath to Larson. Larson, turnaround jumper, she draws the foul. And we'll go to the free throw line again, and that is Kiera Friday with the personal foul. As the wheels are coming off here for the Lander Valley Tigers, is going back to the free throw line is Spielman, and she's 2 for 2. Shots up, good. Nothing but nylon that time. It's a 2-point game. Tigers had a 10-point lead here at one point just about 4 minutes ago. This junior eyes the hoop, hits it again, and we're down to a 1-point game. 29-28, Lander with the lead. Tigers looking at a full court press in the backcourt. They need to get it across the timeline. And there's the play, and they are going to get it across the timeline just in the nick of time. Underneath the basket, down court, shots up by the Tigers. It's an air ball, not good. Pulled out of the air by Larson. Larson for the Bronx on the fast break, comes down, almost lost the ball. Gives it off to Spielman. Spielman on the right side outside, now just outside the arc, looking for someone to throw it to, almost throwing it away, but Mitzel saves it. Whistle and a double dribble on Mitzel. 14th turnover by Sheridan. 3:12 to go, third period. This is going to be a good one, 29-28. Lander by 1. Full court pressure again in the backcourt. There's the inbounds pass to Winfield. Winfield comes down. She's going to cross the timeline. Down court underneath. There's Larson. Shots up, and she is fouled. Well, that was a good, I said Larson, it was Bell. And the personal foul is called against Sheridan's Legaki, and that's her second. Both teams have 4 team fouls.
Winfield did a good job breaking that full court press, and then saw that Bell was open. Or had a person in the outlet pass, then saw Bell open on the high block, able to cut into the paint, put up a good shot as she had an open drive down to the baseline, got the foul, and converts on the free throws, pushing that lead to 3 points for the Tigers.
31-28, Bell 4 for 4 from the free throw line. You don't want to be fouling her if you're the Sheridan Bronx. Down court with the ball, Larson. Larson has it. Now on the near side, Legaki lays it up, and she traveled.
Yeah, that looked like there's a little bit of a travel there by Legaki. She's trying that little pro hop that a lot of the college and NBA players do, but in high school they count that as 3 steps, and it doesn't count.
Ryan Sullivan did not like that call. but he's back on the bench now. Long pass is intercepted by the Sheridan Bronx underneath the basket. All alone, ball's knocked away. Nice play by Ryan Bell, and the ball gets loose. It's on the floor, picked up by the Lander Tigers, and it's stolen away by Lagaki. Her shot's good. Lagaki, and we're just trading turnovers here like crazy. And it's 31-30. Down court, long pass gets away from the Tigers in the corner. Taking a shot up, not good, and drawing the foul is going to be Darian Bell. Personal foul goes against Mitzel, and that is going to be her fourth. No. Well, they haven't put it up there. That is her third personal foul. And she's going to come out of the game. Demi Stauffenberg is getting ready to come back into the game. She has 3 fouls. But right now, Darian Bell at the free throw line for the Tigers. Shot's not good. Bounced around and bounced out.
This has been an absolute track meet of a basketball game for the Lady Tigers. Lady Bronx have a bunch of turnovers, a bunch of forced passes, a lot of them by Bell, where if she just take an extra half a step, calm herself, and look for a different outlet, then she might have a cleaner pass.
In the corner, far side outside, Lagaki drives the lane, shots up and not good, no. Rebound comes away to the Lander Tigers. Stauffenberg cleans the boards. Down court she comes across the half court line. In the corner, far side outside, can't drive the baseline is Darian Bell. Back out on top it goes to Friday. Friday in the corner on the near side with now Hansen. Hansen on top, Stauffenberg. Bounce pass in the corner for 3 is up, off, not good. Rebound goes to Lagaki for the Lady Bronx. Minute and a half to go, 1 point lead by Lander. Here comes Mitzel. Mitzel at the free throw line, off in the corner to Lagaki for 3. Bam, 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 33-31. Sheridan has taken the lead over Lander on the first tray by Lagaki. Full court pressure in the backfield. The Tigers break it. Down court is Hansen, all alone under the basket. Bell for 2.
Great pass. Hansen saw that the weak side help was going to come off and double team her. She waited for that person to come in, gave it to Bell, who had the wide open shot on the baseline.
And we're all tied up. Down court under the basket. Mitzel, she can't shoot. On top of the key, Larson fires one. That's off, not good. Rebound goes to Sheridan. With it is Burgess out of bounds, and it goes to Lander on the turnover.
That looks like that may have gone off of Bell's foot. They're going to say it went off of the Lady Bronx player. But with Lagaki, Spielman, and Stauffenberg out on the floor, you've got the 3 tallest players in this game all up there. And Stauffenberg has been able to use that height advantage to find some clear passing lanes. Hopefully she's able to do that and pick up some more assists.
Hoffman comes in now for the Lady Bronx. Down court for the Tigers, making the inbounds pass and throwing it away. The Lander Tigers turnover underneath. Blue for 2. And it's back on top for Sheridan with 27 seconds to go. It's Ryan Bell for the Tigers in the corner, far side outside to Hansen. Hansen double teamed over there. Finally is going to get it away to Bell. Bell on the corner, outside, cross court to Stauffenberg. She hesitated for the 3. Now there's 8 seconds to go here in the third period. Underneath whistle, and we've got a blocking foul with 5 seconds to go against the Bronx. And it's going to go against Burgess, I think. And that is her second personal foul. Here's the inbounds pass to Darian Bell. In the corner, Stauffenberg for 3 at the buzzer is not good. And we end the third period of play. Sheridan 35 and Lander 33. And we'll be back in a minute.
Well, I know this is a busy time of year, and we all have places to be and things to do. But please, don't text and drive. Be careful. Last week, Sheldon and Shipping crashed into a load of Legos. And yesterday, Randy and Wrapping ran through a red light. Just slow down, buckle up, and put your phone down while you drive. Thank you. Now get back to work.
Stop the texts, stop the wrecks. Brought to you by YDOT.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. John Shade, your Lander Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why John Shade is a proud sponsor of Lander Tigers basketball on KFCW. For all of your investment needs, call John Shade at 335-7722 or visit edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
8 minutes to go in this one at the Bill Stradigan Classic in Riverton and Lander. And we're in Lander tonight at Lander Valley High School, and it is the Sheridan Lady Broncs with a 2-point lead as we go into the final 8 minutes of this basketball game. And looking at our schedule here, the Sheridan Lady Broncs will be playing tomorrow against the Riverton Wolverines, and that will be at 4 and 5:30. From the Riverton High School gym. Okay, 8 minutes to go. Lander will have the ball as we start the final 8 minutes of play, trailing by 2, 35-33. And we hope our listeners in Sheridan are enjoying this one. It's turned out to be a dandy. Down court for the Tigers. Ball's knocked out of bounds. Nice arm use there by Blue. Sydney Blue. Okay, taking it out now is Winfield. Winfield looking for someone, finds Hanson. Hanson, far side outside, now close to the timeline, drives it in on the near side, underneath the basket, wide open, and it goes out of bounds. No, it's saved. Saved there by Larson for Sheridan. Long pass down court, goes out of bounds at the 30-yard line. Oh, wait a minute, that's the end line. Turnover by the Sheridan Broncs. They lead by 2.
Oh, I don't know what I'm going to do with you, Ernie. You say court when we play football, now you're saying field when we're playing basketball.
That's right. Well, there's a throw away by Lander, and a personal foul is going to be called against the Tigers, or did someone step on the end line? I'm not sure. I think someone stepped on the end line. The Sheridan player stepped on the end line, so it is not a turnover. Here's the inbounds play. Better get it in a hurry. There's 5 seconds, and Stauffenberg calls a timeout. So we have timeout on the floor, and it's going to be a 30. Back in a half a minute. You're listening to Tiger and Bronc basketball.
Hi, this is Terry Banker. I'm a minister at New Hope Christian Church in Lander, Wyoming. We want to support the kids of this area academically, athletically, and spiritually. Our address is 630 Mount Hope Drive. Come to Sunday school at 9:30 and our worship service at 10:45.
7:26 to go in this one. It's turned out to be a dandy, 35-33. Sheridan Lady Broncs with the lead. Coach Ryan Sullivan. And Josh, I haven't seen a coach so emotional on the sideline. You know, I think he can probably jump 4 or 5 feet in the air. He's been doing a good job encouraging his Lady Broncs.
Yeah, he's definitely getting excited just as much as the players with this comeback that the Lady Broncs have been able to do and then catch the lead. I've seen him jumping quite a few times.
All right, here's the Tigers. Hanson with it far side outside. It goes to Bell. Bell back underneath. Layup for the Tigers is good.
Good pass.
That was a really nice inbounds play that time, and Winfield gets the basket, her 6th point of the game, and we're tied at 35. Underneath, Mitzel can't shoot. On the outside, shoot for 3. No, not good. Tigers with the rebound. They've got a player all alone down court, but Sheridan prevented the throw by fouling one of the Tiger players. And it's Mitzel who gets her 4th personal foul. So Mitzel with 4 personal fouls, and quickly coming into the game again is Lagaki. Coming out of the game is Mitzel. Hoffman is also out. And go ahead.
That puts the Tigers in the bonus for the rest of this game, which could be big. Right now, Sheridan has 17 fouls. Tigers have 4.
And Darian Bell misses her 3rd free throw in a row. Tigers, you know, if you want to win games, you got to hit free throws. And Tiger, this is only the first game of the season, so we'll see how it goes. Here's Lagaki. Lagaki in the lane, travels, and
walk.
She walked with the basketball. No, it's going to be a foul.
Yep.
And they're going to call it against Darian Bell. I thought that's what the call should have been. So out on the underneath the basket, Brooke Larson will take it out. There's the inbounds pass, goes to Lagaki in the lane. She doesn't shoot, passes it out to Spielman, who does. Shots up, not good. Whistle, and we have an over the back. A push is going to be called against the Tigers. Winfield, her third, as she was going up for the rebound and just pushed off that time and drew her first personal foul. Or I'm sorry, that doesn't seem right. I thought she had several fouls.
Yeah, they're changing it.
Yeah, there they go.
The ref originally said 20, and the table's like, there's not a number 20 on Lander.
That's right. Okay, here we go with it underneath the basket. Foul by Stauffenberg, and that's going to be 4 on Stauffenberg, as going up for the shot that time was Spielman, and Stauffenberg got her on the arm. 4th personal foul by Demi.
And like I mentioned before, the difference in the team fouls, that advantage is now gone.
Right.
Both teams are now in the bonus, as that was the 7th team foul committed by the Tigers. So both teams in the bonus for the rest of this contest. Any foul, they're going for free throws.
And Ryan Bell comes in for the Tigers, and at the free throw line for the Bronx is Burgess. She's 2 for 2, now 3 for 3. She rips nothing but net that time, and Sheridan up 37-35. Second free throw, she bounces the ball twice, does the deep knee bend, shot's good. So she is now 4 for 5 from the free throw line. Here's the inbounds pass, and it comes in to Bell. Bell almost trapped in the backcourt, gets it away now to Hansen. Hansen crosses the timeline, gives it back to Bell in the corner. On the near side, Stauffenberg doesn't come out of the game. Whistle, and we have a foul on Sheridan under the basket, and it's going to go against Spielman, her second. Little foul away from the action, but that will put Stauffenberg at the free throw line, with Lander trailing 37-35. Stauffenberg rarely misses a free throw. She's won the Elk hoop shoots in both Wyoming and Colorado many, many years. Here's the next shot up, and it's good. So we have a tie game now, 37 apiece, 6:22 to go. Sheridan bringing the ball down court. It's Burgess on top of the arc. She moves to her left, now changes direction, tries to drive the baseline, hands it off to Spielman in the lane, layup and good. Spielman now with 13 points in the game, and Sheridan back up by 2. Full court press in the backfield. Hansen tries to get it across the timeline and finally gets it over to Bell, who does. She avoids the trap at the half-court line on the corner. Off to Stauffenberg at the lane. She can't shoot. Blocked out there by Spielman. Ball comes out on top of the arc. Ryan Bell has it on the right-hand side, and she is fouled. Picking up the personal is Blue, Sydney Blue, the junior, and that'll be a 1 and bonus, as that's now the 9th foul against Sheridan. 5:41 to go. Ryan Bell at the free throw line, and she is 4 for 4 from the charity stripe so far in the game, and it's good, so she'll get one more. Free throws, I tell you, are really critical. How many games have you seen, Josh, where a team does really well, but they miss their free throws and lose the game?
Yeah, you can have a 60 or 70% field goal percentage. If you don't have good free throw shooting, you can still lose that game.
Well, Hansen fouls Spielman on the rebound. The shot was missed, and it wasn't intentional. They were both trying to go, and was it Spielman? Yeah, Spielman ended up on the floor. So here she goes. She is she's 5 for 6 from the free throw line, has 13 points in the game. Sheridan leads by 1, now 2. 40-38 on our Tigers scoreboard. The Lady Bronx with the 2-point lead, and Spielman coming up. She now has 13-14, going for her 15th point, and it's good. She got it. Only has missed 1 free throw out of 8 attempts here. So down court for the Tigers now. Ryan Bell has the ball knocked away, picked up by the Tigers. There's a pass down underneath, stolen away, picked up by the Tigers. Shot is up, off, not good. Rebounded by Lagaki. Lagaki on the fast break. Down court. Ball's knocked in the air. It's on the ground, and we might have a timeout called by Sheridan. Ryan Sullivan got that call made. And so we'll be back after we listen to this. It'll be back in a minute.
Mama's Kitchen in Lander is ready to wow you with their home-style fixins. Visit the coffee corner and don't forget to try Mama's biscuits, made just the way her Mama made them. And the Mama before that. With local and specialty ingredients making up their cuisine, it'll be the place you can't get enough of.
And just simple, tastes good, delicious, get me all ready for the day.
Down to earth, and yes, I would definitely come back.
Home cooking like you've never tasted before. 260 Grandview Drive in Lander.
Come on down to Grandma's!
The team at Lander Dental provides a wide range of services, including preventive, cosmetic, restorative, and reconstructive dentistry in a caring, comfortable setting. Lander Dental Group, 799 South 2nd Street in Lander.
Back again at the Bill Stranagan Classic. We're playing this game in Lander tonight. There's also games underway in Riverton at 3 different locations. They've got games at Riverton High School, at Riverton Middle School, and at Central Wyoming College. Okay, Tigers are back out on the floor. 3-point lead now by the Sheridan Broncs, and Sheridan has it right in front of their own bench. Taking it out is Larson. Brooke Larson in to Burgess. Burgess on top of the arc, looks to her left, passes to the right. Blue has it now underneath the basket. Lagaki shot is up, and it's in and out. And we have a foul on Sheridan or a turnover.
Travel.
Travel on Sheridan. So that is their 10, 15, 19th turnover. Inbounds pass for the Tigers goes to Ryan Bell. Bell looking at full court pressure. Long pass down court. Underneath, all alone. Shots up and in by Lander. And putting that in is Friday. They left her all alone.
That was a great outlet pass to Winfield. Winfield saw Friday on the baseline, gave it to her real quick. Up and in for the Tigers.
Lagaki for Sheridan. Has the ball knocked out of bounds, and it'll stay with Sheridan. Last touch, they say, by Hansen. 4:41 to go in the game. A 1-point lead by the Sheridan Broncs. Inbounds pass to Adeline Burgess. Far side outside to Lagaki. Back around the horn it goes. Now Blue has it. Far side outside, Lagaki again. She moves it on top of the key. Bounce pass over to Burgess. Long cross-court pass to Lagaki. She tries to drive the baseline. Blocked out there. Here's the three-pointer that's up and in. Bam! Brooke Larson gets the tray, and it's a 4-point lead. The largest by the Sheridan Broncs, and there's this turnover, a steal underneath the basket. We have a foul on the Lander Tigers, and picking up that foul is Winfield, and that is going to be her 4th. Going to the free throw line now is Blue, and the Tigers' Cheryl Soffenberg calls timeout as this game could be slipping away from Lander. As we're halfway through the 4th period of play. Back in a minute.
For gear, the expensive way and the smart way. The expensive way is when you buy a new truck or SUV and the dealer sells you the brush guard, the heavy-duty bumpers, the steps, lights, winch, you name it. He rolls it all in with your loan into your monthly payment. But here's the smart way. Shop at Wyoming 4x4, where you get expert advice from Dan, quality gear, professional installation, all for a whole lot less than you'd spend at a car dealer. Wyoming 4x4 on North Federal in Riverton. The smart way to roll.
Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at DuBois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
4 minutes, 8 seconds to go here in the final period of play. Sheridan is now edged out to a 4-point lead. And we have officials checking one of the Lander players. He thought there might have been some blood there, but apparently not. As Sydney Blue goes to the free throw line. She's 2 for 2, has 4 points in the game, looking for number 5. And no, not good. Rebound comes away to Blue on the far side. Made the free throw, then got her own rebound. Blue with it on top of the arc. On the right-hand side, outside, it goes to Legaki. Back around the horn now, Burgess. Burgess in the middle to Larson. Larson has the ball thrown away out of bounds. 15th turnover, or 20th turnover by the Sheridan Lady Broncs.
That was good defensive positioning for the Lady Tigers. She was able to pretty much set up a screen to where she closed off the vision to that person she's trying to hit on the outside wing. Goes out of bounds, forced a turnover. Tigers get the ball back, needing to score to make it a one-possession game.
4-point lead by Sheridan, and Tendor is back in the game. Tendor on top of the key to Hansen. Hansen to Stauffenberg. Stauffenberg back to Tendor. She's on top of the arc. Moves to the right-hand side. Now reverses direction in the paint off to Hansen. On the near side now it goes over to Winfield. Winfield on top of the key, not shooting is Hansen. Underneath, Stauffenberg for 2. No, not good. Rebounded by Spielman. Whistle and a foul on Lander on the rebound. And this is going to be 5 on Talene Tendor. And she's going to foul out of the game at the 3:21 mark of the contest with her 5th personal foul. And there goes one of the floor generals for Lander Valley, Josh.
Yeah, unfortunately, Tendor being pretty aggressive on the defensive side. She picked up some fouls early, had to sit out the last 3 minutes of the first half because she had 3 fouls, and now commits her 5th foul, which in high school basketball, 5 and you're out. In college and professional ranked 6. So unfortunately, one of the best defensive strengths for the Tigers is now out as they're trying to claw back and get a lead in this game, as the lead now goes to 5 for Sheridan. A game in which the Tigers led all the way until about halfway through the 3rd quarter.
And the junior, Spielman, gets the first and the second. Well, let's see. She's got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. She is 9 of 10 from the free throw line. Tigers come back now trailing by 6. Underneath the basket, the ball is knocked away. Steal by the Lady Blue, by the Lady Broncs. Spielman gets the steal. Long pass down court underneath the Burgess. On the near side, outside now to Blue. Blue back out on top. It goes to Burgess. She's just taking some time, running a little bit of clock here. Now back over to Blue. Blue. There's no one near her now. Now she fires across court, kicks it over to Legaki. Legaki back on top to Burgess as they're starting to run clock now. 2.5 minutes to go. Lander's got to come out and challenge them or they will not stop that clock. Underneath the basket, there's the shot off by Spielman for 3. No, not good. Rebound and a foul is going to be called on Blue, her 4th.
The thing with high school basketball is whether it's boys or girls, there is no shot clock. So in theory, you can pretty much play the last couple minutes of basketball game the same way you'd run like a 4-minute offense in football, where all you want to do is short passes, keep possession. If you got to play teacup, tea party, hot potato, whatever you want to call it, keep possession of the ball. Just make sure you don't stay stationary for too long to have the stationary foul called that would cause a turnover, and you can milk as much time off the clock as you want to. And Sheridan was just playing hot potato back and forth as Stauffenberg makes both free throws, make it a 4-point game. Drawing the Tigers outside in that zone defense where they find an open shot and take it inside the paint.
Here's Blue. Blue on top of the key underneath. Timeout called by Ryan Sullivan, and this one is going to be a 30. Back in a half a minute.
Stone Energy Cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
Brooke Larson to take it out in front of the Sheridan bench for the Lady Broncos, and the inbounds pass comes to Mitzel. Mitzel on top of the arc, moves now to her left-hand side. They want to set up a little weave up here, and the ball gets away, stolen by the Lander Tigers and out of bounds, and a foul is going to be called on Blue. And Lander will go to the free throw line. 2 minutes and 7 seconds to go, trailing by 4. And the personal foul is going to go against Blue, and she's fouled out of the game at the 2 minute and 7 second mark of the fourth quarter. So Sydney Blue fouls out of the game. At the free throw line for the Lander Tigers, Ryan Bell. She's only missed one free throw tonight in 7 attempts. Now there's another one that goes up and in, and it's a 3-point game. 46-43, 2:07 to go here at the Bob Carey Memorial Fieldhouse at Lander Valley High School. Next shot is up. It hits the front of the iron. Not good. Quick outlet pass goes to Legaki. Legaki into the forecourt. Now moves to the right-hand side. Gives it off to Burgess. Burgess travels across the top of the key. Moves to her right. Off to Legaki. They're trying to run some clock here. Legaki all the way down. Falls down on the ground and travels. So 1:50 to go. A 3-point lead by Sheridan. And that is their 21st turnover. And Lander has it with 1:50 to go. Down court, here's Ryan Bell. Still in the backcourt, In the backcourt, gives it off to Hansen. Hansen gets it across the timeline. Down in the corner to Bell. Bell moves it on the right side. 1:38 to go in the game. Here we go on the inside. Now back to the outside. On top of the key. With it is Winfield. Winfield moves to the left-hand side, stops, fires a three. It's off, not good. Rebound by Sheridan. Burgess gets the rebound. 1:20 to go, and Coach Ryan Sullivan is holding his hand up, and they get caught in a half-court trap. But Ryan Sullivan, Josh, was able to call the timeout and save the turnover.
Yeah, it looked like the Tigers were initially trying to foul, but unfortunately for the Tigers, the closest player there was Stauffenberg, and you don't want her to have the intentional foul when she only has one more, she doesn't have another foul to give. If she were to commit that intentional foul, it would make her leave the game. That would have been her 5th foul.
Yeah, exactly.
They were able to come over at the timeline, force the trap, and Sheridan coach saw it ahead of time, called the timeout, prevented the tie-up for the jump ball, which it looks like the possession arrow is pointed towards the Lady Bronx at the moment. So that's something to keep in mind with as many tie-ups and jump balls we've had so far. And the Tigers have done a good job. Winfield kind of lost the ball a little bit, recovered it, moving into the left, and then she ended up with a wide-open shot on the wing for a 3. And she's been pretty good on her shot so far. That one was a little bit off. May have been a little too juiced being so wide open, thinking, oh my gosh, how did I have this opportunity to tie the game so wide open with under 2 minutes left. But Tigers definitely got to step up on defense. Looks like they've been playing more zone defense in the fourth quarter. See if they can't commit a turnover, because the Lady Bronx are going to want to just hold on to this ball.
Yeah,
and play
keep
potato.
away. Yeah. Okay, 1:14 to go. Sheridan leads by 3, 46-43. On our Tigers scoreboard. They'll have the ball in front of the scorer's table. With it is Larson. She gets it in all alone underneath the basket. Lays it up and in is Burgess for the Lady Bronx. It's 48-43 with 67 seconds to go. That could have been the clincher right there. Stauffenberg down, open, on the lane. Lays it up and draws the foul. Did not hit the basket. And the personal foul is going to be called, and this goes against Spielman. That'll be her 3rd personal foul. Sheridan almost forgot about defense under the basket that time. And Stauffenberg now at the free throw line. No good. That's a rare miss by Demi Stauffenberg. She had hit 4 in a row before this. So here's the next free throw. This one is good. So it's a 4-point game now, 48-44. 1 minute to go in the game, And we have a timeout called by Lander. Cyril Stauffenberg makes the timeout, and this is going to be a full. Back in a minute.
I'm Bo Clark, coach of the University of Wyoming rodeo team, reminding you that putting on a seatbelt doesn't take 8 seconds, and it can save your life.
Go Pokes, buckle up.
Hey, watch where you're going.
Whoa! Ever since Rudolph got a new phone, he's been paying more attention to it than the road. I don't even think he realizes how dangerous it is.
Come on, man.
Rudolph, it's not very bright to be distracted during flight. Pay attention, keep it straight. Put your device down. It can wait.
No elves were harmed in the making of this commercial.
Stop the texts, stop the wrecks. Brought to you by YDOT.
59 3/10 seconds to go in the game. Sheridan with the 4-point lead and the basketball in the backcourt here at Bob Carey Memorial Fieldhouse. Lander putting on a full court press, trying to avoid the foul. Down court across the timeline is Burgess. Ball's on the floor. Picked up by the Lander Tigers. Long outlet pass comes down to Friday. Friday in the far side to Bell. Shot for three is off, not good. Rebound, Stauffenberg. Shots up, off, not good. Lander rebounds, and the ball is taken away by Legacki. Legacki is fouled as trying to get the ball away is Hansen. 35 seconds to go, 4-point lead, and this will put the nail in the old mailbox.
Yeah, Tigers had exactly what they wanted. They first forced the turnover without committing the foul, had an absolutely wide open shot in the far side wing for Friday. Unfortunately, it went off the back of the rim, no good. Had the good offensive rebound, the opportunity, couldn't put it back in. Sheridan gets the rebound, makes that free throw, and that will just about put the nail in the coffin.
Legacki at the free throw line makes that free throw. She'll have one more. It's now a 5-point lead if she hits this, and she doesn't. Rebound goes to the Tigers. 30 seconds to go. Quickly down court comes Winfield. Winfield to Stauffenberg. Her shot is blocked, but she gets her own rebound, and a foul is going to be called on Legacki on the reach-in. And Legacki picks up her third personal foul, stops the clock with 26 seconds to go, and Stauffenberg at the free throw line hits it. She'll have one more. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She's 6 out of 8. It's a 4-point game again. Now shots up, and this one's off the front of the iron, not good. The ball goes out of bounds, and it'll go to Sheridan.
No! That went, okay, thank you. The other ref came in and changed the call. It went off number 11 to the Sheridan Lady Bronx. Everybody saw that. And luckily the other ref from the far side came in and changed the call to be correct.
And we have another timeout called by Lander with 24 seconds to go. 24 and a half seconds to go. Timeout is called by the Tigers, and let's see, it'll be a full. We'll be back in a minute.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288.
In any sport, athletes face the chance of sustaining an injury. According to the Athletic Training Association, 90% of student athletes reported some sort of sports-related injury. What's more, is 54% report playing while injured. For various reasons, sports-related injuries are increasingly leaving our youth at risk of exposure to opioid-based pain medication. Fremont WhenTheGameSlowsDown.com is here to help navigate monitoring medication, social support, and suggestions on what to do when the game slows down. Brought to you by Fremont County Prevention Program.
Ernie Over and Josh Henninger are back at the Bill Stranagan Classic Basketball Tournament from the campus of Lander Valley High School. And Sheridan leading by 4 points, 49-45. 24 and a half seconds to go, and Lander will have the ball out of bounds. It'll be Demi Stauffenberg to take it out underneath the Lander Lady Tiger basket. She gets the ball from the official. There's the pass that goes in to Bell. Bell back to Stauffenberg at the free throw line. Turns, shoots. No, not good. Rebound knocked out of bounds by Sheridan. 15 seconds to go. Lander will have another chance. They trail by 4. They've got to hit it fast here if they want to get back into this one. There's Hansen outside. Stauffenberg for 3. Yes! Stauffenberg got it. 10 seconds to go in the game. The clock is going to run out on the Tigers. 4, 3, 2, and we have a whistle and a timeout called by Sheridan. There's 2.6 seconds to go. It's a 1-point game, 49-48, and Sheridan will have the ball as Stauffenberg is out on the court right now, having a huddle with 2 of the officials. Stauffenberg and one of his assistant coaches is out there. And this kind of an exciting finish here, Joss. We've got a Class 3A team, Lander, against a Class 4A team. And this is just the kind of action that Lander was looking for by bringing in Class 4A teams. If they can play against them, they know they'll be in good shape in Class 3A.
And I think I can see the point where Stauffenberg was out there. I can see his arguing point for sure. He was pleading to the case to the refs that was a clear delay of game. And even though they don't go to get possession of the ball, that clock's running, but you still got to start the 5-second count in that whatever you want to call it, during that. And unfortunately, they weren't paying attention. They were too worried about trying to get somebody over. And you saw 5-6 seconds come off the clock when there clearly should have been either delay a game or a 5-second call on that. Because even though the clock's running, you need to get over there and need to get set, because that 5-second clock starts immediately.
Okay, here we go. 2.6 seconds to go. Both coaches are up now. And here is the inbounds pass from Larson. It goes whistle, and we have a foul. And it's going to be a reach-in foul. No time went off the clock. And the foul was called on Megan Winfield, and that's 5 on Megan. She's going to foul out of the game. Boy, what an exciting game we're having here today.
And that one, that's just going to be a logistics play or analytics play. You see that you're not going to get the opportunity for the steal, but you did see the forming of an open pass. So that was just a good play by Winfield. Unfortunately, that does make her out of the game for the last 2.5 seconds. But you cause a foul, which then makes Sheridan shoot free throws. If they make both of them, it's still only a 1-point game. You can tie it with a desperation 3 as the clock expires.
9 of 10 free throws for Samantha Spielman, a junior.
And you want her to miss the first one, not the second one.
That's right. 48-49, shots up, it is good. It bounces up in the air and falls back down. It's a 2-point lead, 50-48. She is 10 for 11 from the free throw line. I tell you what, those free throws, as we've been talking all tournament long, win games. There's the next one, good. And it's a 3-point game. Lander has 2.6 seconds to go. There's a desperation shot. The game is over, and Sheridan has won 51-48 in this first game of the Sheridan varsity girls against Lander Valley. What an exciting game that was. And it turned out to be, well, they already put the score off the board. What was that, 51-48?
51-48.
51-48. Yep. So 51 points for Sheridan, 48 for Lander, and the Sheridan Broncs win, and they will play tomorrow against the Riverton Wolverines, and that will be tomorrow at 4 and 5:30 over at Riverton High School. And, of course, we'll have Kevin Shields with that broadcast for you on KTAK 93.9. Well, the boys are coming up next, so let's take a break, and we'll be back with the boys' game right after we listen to this.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
Ever wonder why so many babies are delivered at Hot Springs Health in Thermopolis? Could it be the exceptional prenatal care offered by our providers? Or our convenient family practice clinics located in Thermopolis, Worland, Basin, Shoshone, and Riverton? Maybe it's our new OB suites with large jetted tub, or maybe it's the place where you know you can find all of this and more.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness knows what it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Worland, Basin, Powell, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, deconditioned, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care at Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at gotchi.org.
Is your resolution this year to be healthier? You may have made a commitment to improve your physical health, but don't forget about your financial health. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union is listed as one of the healthiest credit unions in the U.S., and we are the healthiest credit union in Wyoming, according to depositaccounts.com. Don't risk having your accounts anywhere else. Become a member today and accomplish your first resolution by becoming healthier. Financially speaking, that is. Federally insured by NCUA. Open your eyes to a credit union. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union.
Bailey's Enterprises is a proud sponsor of Riverton Wolverines football. For over 50 years, Bailey's has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service and to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey, go Wolverines.
Back again in Lander at the Bill Stranagan tournament. Let's name the player of the game for the Lander Lady Tigers, Demi Stauffenberg, who had a total of 14 points in the game. She went 2 quarters without scoring anything. She had 8 points in the first quarter, blanked in the second and the third, and then scored nothing but free throws in that fourth period. She hit 2, 4, 6 free throws out of 9 attempts. Ends the game with 14 points. High scorer for the Sheridan Lady Bronx was Samantha Spielman, and she poured in 19 points. And that's it for our Click It and Ticket postgame show here for the girls game. Right now we want to entertain the Bailey Enterprises pregame show here on KFCW. We've got about 4 minutes to go before we start the boys game. And it's interesting to note that the Lander Tigers have kind of a dribble drive offense. They have lots of motion on the floor, and it's kind of a somewhat unique offensive set in Wyoming. They create a lot of space on the floor, and they try to attack quickly and depend on some transition scoring. And they also like to go to the rim or hit the threes. Coach Stu Mullins says he likes this team a lot. He says defensively they're pretty good. The Tigers like to put on extreme pressure to their opponent, and after the half court, they really get after it, force the opponent into the corners. And man-to-man mostly, rarely will he go into a zone defense. Well, that's the story of the game from Stu Mullins, the head coach of the Lander Valley Tigers. And Stu has been around the state for a while. And I'm looking here for the stats I had, and I can't find them right now. But this is his 5th year at Lander Valley High School. And I'm not sure. Oh, here they are, right here, right in front of my face. His 5th year at Lander Valley High School. And in Lander, he has a 77-27 mark. And overall in his coaching career, 118-28. He spent 2 years in Riverton. He spent 5 years in Riverton, where he amassed that excuse me, got a frog in my throat. So from 2000, let's see, where is it here? Well, he had 2 winning seasons in Riverton, including a state championship. Tell you what, right after he won the state championship, he lives here in Lander, and he decided to come over and coach here. He operates a private business. He is a behavioral specialist counselor over here in Lander. He's got his own shingle out, and since he's been over here in Lander, 77 wins and 27 losses. And, of course, this is the Bill Stranagan Classic tournament here from Lander Valley High School. Games are also going on over at Riverton. And if you're interested in the Riverton game, you can go over to KTAK. The Wolverines playing the Cheyenne Central Indians over there at Riverton High School right now. We'll be back with our Sutherland's Home Improvement Center starting lineups after this 1-minute timeout.
Riverton's Hampton Inn & Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County school athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
Former University of Wyoming quarterback Josh Allen is worthy of Wyoming.
23 plays into my first start here at the University of Wyoming. I dropped back, kind of went through a progression. I saw the middle of the field kind of open up. I decided to lower my shoulder. His helmet went straight into my collarbone here. We landed on the 20-yard line. At that moment, I knew something was really bad.
So Josh's collarbone was pretty bad. He had broken in multiple places, and it required hardware fixation with the plate in order to get it back together.
It was devastating news to me and my family, just knowing that, it could have ended 23 plays in.
We had no question whether we could perform the surgery here, given our wider range of varying subspecialties within orthopedics.
I would recommend Premier Bone and Joint Centers. The thing that made me feel really comfortable with them was they made it feel like your own family.
I think he'll have no problem performing in the NFL. His rehab and his recovery done very well, and I don't see any restrictions on him whatsoever.
They want the best for you, and they won't steer you wrong.
Let us show you why we're worthy of Wyoming.
Back again at Lander Valley High School, Bob Carey Memorial Fieldhouse. We're getting ready for the introduction of the starting lineups. For the Sheridan Bronx, they're going to go with a senior, Alex Saunders, a 6-foot senior, Caden Bateson, a 6-foot senior, Reed Rabone, and a Frank Sinclair, who comes in at 6'5", a senior, and also a senior, Sean Sanders. So they've got some height on this Sheridan team. For the Lander Tigers, they're going to go with a 5'11" senior, Kellen Donahue, a 5'10" senior, Jace LeClaire, a 6'2" senior, Tanner Bird, a 5'7" senior, Tisso Gwinna, and Tisso was all conference last year. Of course, they didn't have a chance to go to state. Lander was getting ready to go on the floor at the event center when they canceled the tournament because of COVID. And also the 6'3" junior, Brennan Stauffenberg. So for the Lander Tigers, we have Kellen Donahue, Jace LeClaire, Tanner Bird, Tisso Gwinna, and Brennan Stauffenberg. For the Sheridan Bronx, it's Alex Sanders. We have Caden Bateson. We have Reed Rabone. We have Frank Sinclair and Sean Sanders. So we're getting ready. Class 3A Lander against Class 4A Sheridan here from Lander Valley High School. And with me on the broadcast is Josh Henninger. And Josh, I think we're in for a pretty good game today.
I think we are going to have a fast-paced, back-and-forth game. One thing that's interesting, the Tigers roster, the 3 tallest players on their team are all sophomores at 6'4". Of the 5 starters, your tallest player is Brennan Stauffenberg, and he's 6'3". So you definitely see a Tiger team that is stacked with talent and size.
And Sheridan gets the opening tip at the Tiger Paw. And coming around, Sean Sanders has it. Passes it in the corner. It's lost. Tisso Gwinna picks up the ball. One-on-one. Underhanded layup is good. Tisso Gwinna.
Nice. Tisso Gwinna with the great scoop and score. Forcing the steal, gets a turnover, takes it down, goes under the hoop, uses the hoop as his defender to block, to make sure and keep that defender away from him, puts it up and in.
Sanders gives it off on the near side to Rabone, and he puts up the basket and scores, and we're tied at 2, just 30 seconds into the game. Here's Stauffenberg, gives it off to Gwinna. Gwinna in the corner, underneath the basket, ball's tipped away. It's on the floor, turnover, Lander. Sheridan comes up with the ball. Picking it off the floor is Reed Rabone. In the shot, corner for 30. No, not good. Rebound, good. And that's Rabone. He scored all of Sheridan's points so far, and he has 4, and so does the team. Here's Stauffenberg, gives it off to Gwinna. Gwinna avoids the double trap and a foul called on the pass play. Alex Sanders going to pick up the reach-in foul, and that will be, that's his first personal foul, first team foul. Lander will have it on the far side. Stauffenberg brings it into Gwinna. Gwinna walks it across the timeline to the right-hand wing. Now back over to Stauffenberg on the left side. And the pass goes to LeClaire. LeClaire back to Gwinna. Gwinna in the middle of the lane. Pops it off to Bird. His shot from the corner. No, not good. Rebound to Sanders, and it goes out of bounds, and Lander will have it underneath their own basket. Just a minute and a half into this game, and Sheridan leads 4-2.
That was a good kick out by Gwinna, driving it inside. Sees that Bird's wide open on the wing. Gives it to him, but unfortunately, Bird was just a little bit wide with his shot, as there's a foul by 34
Sinclair
of the Sheridan Bronx on the inbound play, so we'll start over.
Okay, Gwinna to take it out of bounds for the Tigers. There's the inbounds pass, comes over to Donahue. Donahue, gives it off now to LeClaire. LeClaire at the baseline, can't shoot, kicks it back out to Gwinna. Gwinna off the glass, no, not good. Rebounded by Rabone. Rabone down court, one-on-one, off the glass, and no, not good. Rebound is fought for, and we have a foul on the rebound against Lander. And it's going to go against Brennan Stauffenberg, his first. And that's the team's first. And going to the free throw line is Sean Sanders for Sheridan. Sanders is a senior. Shots, no, not good. It's off. Misses the free throw. 4-2, Sheridan with the lead on our Tiger scoreboard. 6:13 to go here, period number 1. The Bill Stranagan Classic. Next shot is also not good. Ball knocks away, falls off a Lander player in the middle. Shots up and good by Bateson. So he gets his first basket, and they put on a full court press. Sheridan likes the press. Okay, coming down the court now is Donahue. He gives it off to LeClaire. LeClaire brings it into the timeline, stops on the near side to Gwynna. Tissot moves in the middle of the lane. In the corner, it goes to LeClaire for three. It's off the iron, not good. High for the rebound. Climbing the ladder is Sean Sanders. Quickly, down court, gives it off to the other Sanders, and a blocking foul is going to be called on Stauffenberg. And the basket's going to be good. And so Zach Ludke gets the basket, and here he has a chance for a three-point play the old-fashioned way. And Stauffenberg comes out of the game, and Carter Ayers comes in for Lander. Ludke, a junior, going for the three-point play, and no, not good. Rebound goes to the Lander Tigers. Ayers off to Gwynna. Underneath the pass over to Ayers. Ayers back over to LeClaire. LeClaire, far side outside, on top of the key now, goes to Donahue. Donahue, near side. Tanner Bird, who just came into the game. Bird in the middle of the lane, turns, shoots, hits. Bird with that nice 360 move, and it's 4-8. A 4-point lead by the Sheridan Broncs. Down court, Sanders has it. Sanders, almost double-teamed, has the ball nearly stolen away. Underneath the basket, shots up, and no, not good. Tip's not good. Another tip is good by Caden Bateson. And it goes 10-4, 6-point lead. Steele, shots up. Losing my voice here. Sorry about that. And we have a personal foul called on Tanner Bird. Is it? No, it's on Caden Bateson. Bateson gets the personal foul, his first.
And so far, the Sheridan Broncs are eating up the offensive boards. I count 5 offensive boards for Sheridan and 0 for Lander so far.
Here's the inbounds play with the ball is LeClaire. He gets it in the backcourt now, trying to get it across the timeline, and he's going to win the race and get it across the timeline. Almost lost the ball into the corner to Gwynna. Gwynna, far side outside, moves to his left, moves inside. Ball's knocked away, picked up by Ayers. Ayers still has it. Now over to LeClaire. On top of the key, it goes to Donahue. Donahue has the ball knocked away, but he picks it back up in the corner near side. Bird for the 19-footer is not good. Rebounded, goes to Sheridan Sanders. On the fast break, they slow it down a little bit. Goes to Bateson for three, and no, it's not a three-pointer. And we have a Lander Tiger with a bloody nose. So they're going to stop play. That was a pretty nice shot that time. That went up and in. 6 points in the game for Bateson. And they're checking the floor. No blood there, so Lander will still have the basketball. Inbounds pass. It goes to Gwynna. Gwynna across the timeline, far side. On top of the key to Ayers. Ayers over to the left now, back to Gwynna. Gwynna moves in the middle of the lane. In the corner it goes to Donahue. His shot for three is no, not good. And again, Sheridan with the rebound. Great defensive play there by the Broncs. Here's a long outside shot. Up, off, not good by Bateson. Rebound comes down to Lopez of Lander. Lander comes down, and he's going to get a foul. Sean Sanders is going to get the personal foul on Lopez, as Lopez did the tight rock on the sideline.
And the Sheridan Broncs are doing a real good job having tight man-to-man defense. The Tigers are doing a good job. Gwynna using his handles to his advantage, driving inside in the paint, finding the guy that's open on the outside, kicks it outside, but unfortunately, Tigers cannot get that three to drop right now.
All right, it's a 9-point lead by Sheridan. We're at 3:22 to go, first period. Here's Lopez. Gives it off near side to Donahue. Donahue off to Lopez. Lopez has his shot blocked, and they're going to call a block. So no foul on that play. That was a pretty good block.
Yeah, he was able to get his hand in there and stuff the shot. But I I don't know what the call was exactly. Maybe basket interference?
Yeah,
Why
I'm
the
not
Tigers
really
still
sure.
have it?
Tigers have it though. Here's Ayers. Ayers on the baseline, almost traveled with the ball. Off to Lopez in the corner for three. No, it's short. Rebound pulled down by the Bronx. Rabon. Ray Reed Rabon. Down court, long pass and good. Converting it for his 8th point of the game is Caden Bateson. Tigers trailing by 11, 15-4. And whistle and a timeout called by Stu Mullins, the Lander coach. And we're going to go, I think, a 60. And we'll be back in a minute. Sheridan 15, Lander 4.
Comprehensive eye health exams, highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Ballard, Dr. Hinkle, and Dr. Frazier offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
2:43 to go in period number 1, and the Class 4A Sheridan Bronx having their way with the Lander Tigers, both defensively and on the offensive boards. It's 15-4. Sheridan comes out after a talk with Coach Martini. And let's see, they've still got the same players on the floor. They've got Sanders and Bateson, Rabone, Sinclair, and Sanders out there. Tigers, Lopez will take it out at center court on the far sideline in front of the Lander student body. Inbound, it goes to Tisso Gwena. Tisso was a pretty good receiver for the Tiger football team. He pulled in a lot of points. And down the court underneath, there's a shot up by Bird. Off, not good. Rebounded by the Tigers. Bird gets it back. He's in the lane. Kicks it behind him to Donahue. Shots off, not good. Tigers rebound. First time they've gotten 3 offensive board. Bird up for the shot and 2.
Bird did a good job going up for the shot, seeing that it wasn't there. Turnaround, was able to get the pass for the open shot, collects the offensive rebound, puts it in for 2.
Alex Sanders with the ball. The give and go. There's 2 more by Rabone. He has 6 points in the game. 17-6. Long pass down court. Ayers has it in the lane. Turns around, can't shoot. Kicks it out to Lopez for 3. Lopez gets the 3 bomb, and it's 17-9 on our Tigers scoreboard. Cale Hamrick has the ball for the Bronx. He just came into the game. Kicks it over on the near side to Leach. Leach's shot for 3 is good. So they match the threes, 1 bomb right after another, 20-9. Minute and a half here to go here in the first period of play. So far, Sheridan being very impressive with the play. Here's Lopez in the corner. Around the horn it goes. With it now is Bird. Bird far side outside, midway between the 2 lines. Moves his way to the right. Can't shoot there, so passes behind him to Donahue. Donahue kicks it on the near side to Lopez. Back to Donahue. Donahue at the free throw line. Shots too strong, off the iron. Rebound to Hamrick, and Sheridan goes the other way, right to left here on the floor at Bob Carey Memorial Fieldhouse. He takes it coast to coast, and he gets the shot. 22-9 now, under a minute to go here in the first period of play. There's a shot up for 3, up off, not good by Bird, rebounded by the Bronx. Sanders comes down, stops on top of the arc, makes a move to the right, hands it off to Leach for 3. No, not good. Rebound by the Tigers, Donahue. Slowing the pace up a bit is Gwena, 22 seconds to go. Landers looking like they might try the last shot. Here's Gwena, makes a nice move. Oh, and not handling the pass on the far side was Lopez.
Tisso Gwena definitely has the ball handling skills, superiority for the Tigers. He's been able to twist a couple guys up with his crossovers, again creating space with a behind the back move. Unfortunately, the pass in the corner was not able to be completed, went out of bounds.
Alex Saunders Shot is up, off, not good. That's the end of the period. And after one period of play, it's the Sheridan Broncs 22, the Lander Tigers 9. We'll be back after this.
Why should you choose Lander Medical Clinic or Western Family Care for your health care? In addition to 4 locations in Fremont County, they also provide telehealth. Telehealth can be your go-to answer when you're out of town, on the road, or just can't get to urgent care. All you need is a good internet connection. To schedule a telehealth appointment, call 332-3941 today. That's 332-3941. Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care. With telehealth, they're putting your health first every time.
All right, listen up, elves. I know this is a busy time of year, and we all have places to be and things to do. But please, don't text and drive. Be careful. Last week, Sheldon and Shipping crashed into a load of Legos. And yesterday, Randy and Wrapping ran through a red light. Just slow down, buckle up, and put your phone down while you drive. Thank you. Now get back to work.
Stop the texts, stop the wrecks. Brought to you by YDOT.
9 for Lander, 22 for Sheridan. We're going to start our second 8 minutes of play, and the Broncs will have the ball out on the far side. Cole Leach to take it out, and he inbounds the pass to Sanders, who'll cross the center stripe. And there's a bounce pass in the middle to Sinclair. Sinclair gives it back to Sanders, the other Sanders, Sean Sanders. Have 2 Sanders on the floor. Now on the far side, outside to Hamrick in the baseline, and he tries to kick it out. He does. There's the shot up, off, not good by Bateson. Rebounded by Stauffenberg for Lander. Off to Gwynna. Gwynna underneath. Oh, pass was too strong, and it bounced out of bounds. And that's the 5th turnover for the Lander Tigers. 7.5 minutes to go until halftime. This is the Bill Stranigan Classic Basketball Tournament. Of course, Bill Stranigan, the very popular and successful coach at both St. Stephen's and at Riverton. He passed a few years ago, and this tournament was named in his honor. Here's Cole Leach underneath. Oh, the give and go. And 2 points for Frank Sinclair on a really nice play. They had that one set up well, Josh.
That one, he just led his teammate perfectly, saw him cut on the backside of the lane, able to get in front of the defender, put it up and in for an easy 2.
LeClaire underneath the basket, wasn't expecting the pass. It bounces off of him and out of bounds. Another turnover. LeClaire was the player who had the bloody nose earlier in the contest. It's been stopped now, and he's back out in the court. Here's Sean Sanders. Sanders gives it off to Bateson. Bateson in the corner. Long shot is up, off, not good. Rebound by Stauffenberg for Lander. Ball's knocked away in the backcourt, picked up by the Tigers. Stauffenberg will bring it down. He was the quarterback for the Lander football team this year, and they made the the quarterfinals. Personal foul now against Frank Sinclair, and that, I think, is his 2nd foul. And coming back into the game is Alex Sanders. Coming out of the game is Frank Sinclair. Sinclair is a big guy, 6'5", a senior. Gwynna inbounds the pass to Bird. Bird does a behind-his-back dribble, gives it to LeClaire. LeClaire tries to drive the baseline, loses the ball, had his pocket picked. Down court, Bateson up and in. Or not Bateson, that was Hamrick, I'm sorry. Hamrick with the basket, 26-9 on our Tigers scoreboard.
The Tigers cannot do anything to keep possession of the ball and get an open shot. I think that's 4 possessions in a row with the turnover.
Yeah, that's right. Here's Gwynna underneath the basket. His shot rolls around, not good, and a foul underneath on the floor is going to be whistled against the Broncs. And the personal goes against Bateson. That's his 2nd personal foul. Coming back into the game now is Reed Rabone, and coming in for the first time. Well, here's a player we don't have on our roster. I'm not sure who that is, number 3. We'll have to check the other main roster and see if we know who that is. It is Carson Chase. Carson Chase gets it. There's the shot up, off, not good. 26 points, and that's going to be Sanders. And so now here's another shot up, off, not good. 26-11. Tigers get the ball back. Here's Gwynna, far side outside, drives in the lane, stops, lays it up, and ball rolls right back out. Picked up by Sean Sanders on the fast break. Down court, underneath, give and go. 15, Ramon with his 8th point of the game. That was one of the prettiest fast breaks I've seen in this tournament so far.
Just a quick little touch pass on the baseline from one side of the key to the other. Open shot for Sheridan as they continue to extend this lead 28-11.
McClung for Lander, who came into the game, tried to do some fancy dribbling and turned it over. Yeah, well, this wasn't the time for that fancy dribbling. Coach Stu Mullins is up, and I think we've got a timeout coming here. No, we just have some substitutions. Coming out of the game is Tanner Bird and Jace LeClaire. Lopez is out. In now we have Kyson McClung. We'll pick up the others here in a minute. There's a long 3-ball. It's up off the back of the iron. Not good. Fight for the rebound. The tip is up off. Not good. Rebound comes away to the Tigers. Bird has it all the way down court. Tries a pass. It's knocked away, and the ball goes out of bounds, and it'll stay with Lander. Little physical down there under the basket, Josh.
Yeah, Wheeler was trying to break his way through the Sheridan defense to try and get to that ball. Saw an opportunity. Unfortunately, it did go out of bounds, but it was last touched by the Bronx. So Tigers will retain possession as they try and set up for a score.
Tigers have it. Stauffenberg on the outside. Long pass down to the timeline to Tanner Bird. Bird, one-on-one, now over on the near side. Donahue stops on top of the arc, gives it off to Stauffenberg in the lane. Short jumper, good. Stauffenberg gets his first points of the game, and it's 28-13, 15-point lead by the Bronx. Down court, Bronx on the fast break, fouled as he goes to the basket is Alex Saunders.
Stauffenberg should have 4 points. He scored that last one that you called.
Oh, that's
Sanders.
right, yeah, right. And going to the line now is Alex Sanders. 28-13. Shots in the air, no, it hits the front of the rim. Just a little bit short. Here comes Lopez into the game now. He's replacing Bird. And another shot here coming up for Alex Sanders. He's a senior for the Bronx. Shots in the air, this one bounces off, not good. Rebounded out of bounds off Sheridan, and Lander will have it in the backcourt. Full court press. Full court man-to-man press for the Sheridan Bronx. Taking it out is Donahue. Goes in now to McClung. Ball's knocked away on the ground. We have a held ball, and it will go to Lander on the alternating possession.
That was a good job by Caleb Wheeler, the junior for the Tigers. That pass was a little bit behind him, thrown by McClung. Was able to collect it, bring it in, force the jump ball. Possession arrow for the Tigers, so they still get a chance to go in for a score.
Here's Abe Lopez into Donahue in the corner, far side outside, moves to the middle of the lane, stops, fires it over to Lopez, who launches a three. It's an air ball. Pulled out of the air by Rabone, and he quickly moves it down court. Off to Hamrick. Hamrick for three. No. Stauffenberg high for the rebound. He stood on a couple orange crates to get that one. 3:54 to go here, first half of play. 28-13. It's been all Sheridan. Underneath the basket, there's a short 4-foot jumper that's off. Not good by Donahue. Rebound comes away to Sheridan all the way down, and we have player control foul against Alex Sanders. He just lowered his head and knocked a couple Tigers to the ground that time. That was a pretty easy call.
Yeah, Abe Lopez saw him coming in, saw that he wasn't really looking at his position. Set up, stood tall, kept his feet still, and was able to draw the charge.
28-13, Sheridan with the lead. 3.5 minutes to go here in the first half of play. There's a long pass to Donahue and a whistle. And I think we had somebody on the floor. Well, they stopped play to prevent an injury. Now we're back in play again. Tigers have it. Stauffenberg on top of the Tiger paw. Long cross-court pass. It goes over to McClung. McClung on top of the key. Donahue gives it back to Stauffenberg. Stauffenberg has the ball high above his head. Offers it over to Donahue now in the baseline, and he's fouled. Little blocking foul called that time on Cale Hamrick, his first. 3 minutes, 19 seconds to go. First half, 28-13. A big 15-point bulge by the Sheridan Bronx. And we have a substitution coming into the game for Lander is Carter Ayers. And Coach Stu Mullins chatting it over there with one of the players on the bench. There's a shot up and good on the free throw by Donahue, his first points of the game. And it's a 14-point lead now. Tigers cut into it by 1. He'll have one more free throw. Shots up in the air. This one bounces around. No. Rebounds on the floor, picked up by Sheridan. Nice rebound that time by Rabone on the long pass down court to Sanders. Alex Sanders, far side outside. Now on top of the key to Leach. Leach underneath the basket to Chase, and he's fouled. It'll be a 2-shot foul as Chase goes to the basket and picks up the foul. And the personal is going to be on Abe Lopez. So Chase just came into the game, and he'll have 2 shots here. 3 minutes, 4 seconds to go. First half, Sheridan 28, Lander 14. Shot's good. Rolled around a little bit, and gravity helped that one a little bit, Josh, and went right back down.
Yeah, unfortunately for the Tigers, they've been able to do a good job penetrating inside, then kicking it out to their wing players. They've been having open shots, a lot of uncontested threes. Unfortunately, the Tigers just haven't been able to put it in. And for the Sheridan Bronx, their big thing is just driving inside, getting inside the paint, getting points in the paint. Tigers have not been able to stop them either with a man defense or a zone defense, as Sheridan is more than doubling up the Tigers with those 2 free throws, 30-14.
Well, Carson Chase, a 5'6" freshman for the Bronx, hit both of those free throws. It's 30-14. Largest lead of the game, 16 points. Here's Lopez on top of the arc, tries to drive in. Behind his back pass, shots up and good. Nice pass that time. Went to Wheeler, wasn't it?
I think it was Ayers on that.
Oh, it was Ayers. Okay, yeah. 2 points for Ayers. 30-16, 14-point bulge. In the corner, near side, Frank Sinclair, whistle. And we have a foul is going to be called on the Tigers' Wheeler. His first of the game for a little reach-in hand slap. Gwynna back in the game, gives Stauffenberg a bit of a rest. Sheridan has the ball inbounds. On top of the key it goes to Bateson. Bateson over in the far side. Turnaround jump shot is good. Nice shot that time, and it goes to Rabon. Or Rabin, I'm not sure how that's pronounced. I apologize if you folks in Sheridan have a different pronunciation. Hey, there's a floating one-hander by Tisso Gwynna. 4 points, and it's 32-18. Sheridan quickly back, running a very impressive quick offense here. Ball's knocked away, and we're going to have a reach-in foul called on the Tigers' Carter Ayers. His first, and it'll be 1 and bonus, Josh, for the Bronx.
Yeah, just a couple minutes ago, Sheridan had 18 team fouls. Tigers had 4, And now, just a little over time off the game clock, it's now 8-7. Both teams in the bonus for the remainder of the half.
Raybon misses the free throw. There's a shot up, not good. Rebound comes up. There's a shot good by Bateson. He gets the shot. And it goes 34-18, a minute 34 to go here, or minute 39. That's 34 now after the clock run. Here's Gwynna. Gwynna turns around, can't shoot. Off to Lopez, who does. Shots too short, not good. Rebounded back out to Lopez. Lopez in the lane, turns around, fires it over to Gwynna. Gwynna far side outside on the left-hand wing. Now Gwynna has the ball knocked away from him, touched by Sheridan. So Gwynna comes back. Now over to Lopez in the middle of the lane. Lopez is fouled on his route to the basket.
Gwynna
and it's 34, isn't it? Frank Sinclair gets foul number 3, I think. Sorry, Josh.
Gwynna was trying to size up the defender there, and unfortunately had it just bounce off his foot back across the timeline in the backcourt, able to regain it, gave it to Lopez, who I remember from my broadcasting days earlier. His older brother was quite a bit of a pretty good basketball player for the Tigers as well, about 4 years ago. He makes the first free throw. Tigers are starting to wake up a little bit here, but they've still got to do a better job of getting some defensive stops and then preventing the Bronx from getting offensive rebounds.
Abe makes both of the free throws, and it's 34-20, 14-point lead, and a foul underneath the basket on the drive. Tanner Bird picks up his first, no, that was 34. Let's see, 24. Lopez gets the second personal foul, sorry. And at the free throw line is Bateson, nails it. He has 11 points now in the game, does Caden Benson. Bateson, he's a 6-foot senior. LeClaire coming back into the game for Lopez. Bateson at the line for the second free throw, and it's nothing but net. So he's hit 2 for 2 from the charity stripe. We're under a minute to go now, and the Tigers will bring the ball down court. Caleb Wheeler with it into Gwynna. Gwynna slowly moves it across the timeline on top of the Tiger paw. Now comes over on the near side, gives it off to Ayers, back over to Gwynna on top. He's just standing there with the ball. Now he makes a move to the left. On the right wing now, goes in the corner to Bird, across the key. Now back into this corner to Bird, to Gwynna. Gwynna can't shoot, blocked out, 34 seconds to go. They might be trying for the last shot here. No, I guess not. There's a shot by Ayers, that's good. Carter Ayers gets his second basket of the game, and it goes 36-22. Sheridan maintaining that 14-point lead. There's Chase with a shot, up, off, not good. Rebound by Hamrick. Hamrick over to Chase, back on the near side. Leach for 3. No, that's not good. Off the front of the rim. 6 seconds to go. Here comes LeClaire. LeClaire gives it to Gwynna. Launches a 3. It hits the front of the rim. Not good. And that's our halftime score. The Sheridan Bronx 36 and the Lander Valley Tigers 22. And we'll be back after we take, about a 3-minute break.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. John Shade, your Lander Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why John Shade is a proud sponsor of Lander Tigers basketball on KFCW. For all of your investment needs, call John Shade at 335-7722 or visit edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Hi, this is Terry Banker. I'm minister at New Hope Christian Church in Lander, Wyoming. We want to support the kids of this area academically, athletically, and spiritually. Our address is 630 Mount Hope Drive. Come to Sunday school at 9:30 and our worship service at 10:45.
Hi, I'm Mama. Welcome to my kitchen.
Mama's Kitchen in Lander is ready to wow you with their home-style fixins'. Visit the coffee corner and don't forget to try Mama's biscuits, made just the way her Mama made them. And the Mama before that. With local and specialty ingredients making up their cuisine, it'll be the place you can't get enough of.
And just simple, tastes good, delicious, get me all ready for the day. Down to earth, and yes, I would definitely come back.
Home cooking like you've never tasted before. 260 Grandview Drive in Lander.
Come on down to Grandma's.
The team at Lander Dental provides a wide range of services, including preventive, cosmetic, restorative, and reconstructive dentistry in a caring, comfortable setting. Lander Dental Group, 799 South 2nd Street in Lander.
There are two ways to buy 4x4 gear, the expensive way and the smart way. The expensive way is when you buy a new truck or SUV and the dealer sells you the brush guard, the heavy-duty bumpers, the steps, lights, winch, you name it. He rolls it all in with your loan into your monthly payment. But here's the smart way. Shop at Wyoming 4x4, where you get expert advice from Dan, quality gear, professional installation, all for a whole lot less than you'd spend at a car dealer. Wyoming 4x4 on North Federal in Riverton. The smart way to roll.
Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at DuBois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment. High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
And the halftime score, Sheridan 36, Lander 22. Looking at the Tigers' scoring, which is pretty even. They just haven't had a lot of it. Abe Lopez with 5 points in the game, 1 tray, 2 for 2 from the line. Brennan Stauffenberg has 2 field goals for 4 points. Tisso Gwinna, 2 field goals for 4 points. Tanner Bird, 2 field goals for 4 points. Carter Ayers, 2 field goals for 4 points. And Kellen Donahue, 1 for 2 at the free throw line. The Tigers are only 3 for 4 from the free throw line. Sheridan's been shooting many more free throws than the Tigers, as the Tigers have wrapped up a number of fouls here in that second period of play. For Sheridan, leading scorer Caden Bateson with 12. He had 8 in the first quarter. He had 2 for 2 from the line and 1 field goal in the second quarter for his 12 points. Nothing but field goals for Raybon. He has 10 points, 5 field goals. And then it goes way down. Cale Hamrick has 4. Alex Sanders has 2. Zach Ludke has 2. Cole Leach with 3 points on a tray. Frank Sinclair with 2. And Carson Chase with 2. And Josh, when the Bronx put on that pressure, they've been very, very quick on defense, and that's really stymied Lander in this game.
Yeah, the Tigers haven't been able, well, no, that's not true. Tigers have been able to find advantage against the Sheridan defense. Only problem is the open shots that they were able to create, they did not land. A lot of those were three-pointers, and unfortunately they were off. The big thing for Sheridan, where they were quick and they had the advantage, and a lot of second chance points was in the offensive rebound category. I know they had close to, if not over, double-digit offensive rebounds. I believe the Tigers only had 2 or 3. So when you want to look at statistics and where the Bronx gained that advantage, points in the paint and offensive rebounds for the Bronx definitely have helped to give them that 14-point lead. And for the Tigers, it's a lot of empty possessions, a lot of unforced errors, a lot of turnovers, like we saw in the girls' game. But with this one, definitely a lot more turnovers by the Tigers than the Bronx.
Yeah, I was keeping turnovers there for a minute, and it kind of got away from me. But I think Tiger turnovers are in the double digits. Do you agree with that?
Well, I'd be pretty close.
Yeah, be pretty close. So the turning point, Sheridan's offense has really been on fire, and the Tigers, as you said, have had the shots. They just haven't connected with them. Here at halftime, they had a couple of kids come out on the floor trying some three-point shots, and one of them went in. So maybe they ought to sign that boy up for the basketball team. Of course, he wasn't guarded by anybody either. We'll be back with our second half. Sheridan leading 36-22 after this 2-minute timeout on KFCW.
I'm Bo Clark, coach of the University of Wyoming rodeo team, reminding you that putting on a seatbelt doesn't take 8 seconds and it can save your life.
Go Pokes, buckle up!
Hey, watch where you're going.
Whoa! Ever since Rudolph got a new phone, he's been paying more attention to it than the road. I don't even think he realizes how dangerous it is.
Come on, man.
Rudolph, it's not very bright to be distracted during flight. Pay attention, keep it straight. Put your device down. It can wait.
No elves were harmed in the making of this commercial.
Stop the texts, stop the wrecks. Brought to you by YDOT.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288.
In any sport, athletes face the chance of sustaining an injury. According to the Athletic Training Association, 90% of student athletes reported some sort of sports-related injury. What's more, is 54% report playing while injured. For various reasons, sports-related injuries are increasingly leaving our youth at risk of exposure to opioid-based pain medication. Fremont WhenTheGameSlowsDown.com is here to help navigate monitoring medication, social support, and suggestions on what to do when the game slows down. Brought to you by Fremont County Prevention Program.
Back again at the Bill Stranigan Classic Tournament from the campus of Lander Valley High School. And Josh, looking at the first quarter was where Sheridan gained the advantage. They outscored the Tigers 22-9. But in the second quarter, it was only a 1-point difference in score, 14-13. So Lander certainly picked up the pace there in that second quarter. They just have to overcome that big lead that Sheridan got initially.
Yeah, Sheridan came out guns blazing. They were able to get out in the first quarter, get a big lead. Tigers had open shots. They just couldn't get them to go down. They were able to work it on the half-court offense just a little bit better, find some better shots and get them to go down. But the big thing, too, is they're starting to get a better pressure on the boards and stop them from getting 2 and 3 offensive rebounds in the same possession where they're getting third and fourth chance shots. So hopefully the Tigers can continue to do that, get some pressure on defense, get some stops, as well as get the rebounds, get the shots, and hopefully some of them go in.
Okay, Tyler Bird comes out for the Tigers. Brennan Stauffenberg is out there. Kellen Donahue. Also out, we have Jace LeClaire and Tisso Gwinna. So that's the starting 5 here for the Lander Tigers as we start the second half of play. Long cross-court pass goes to Sean Sanders. Sanders moves to his left-hand side, stops, looking for someone to throw it to. Finally finds Alex Sanders over on the far side. Now in the corner to Sinclair. Sinclair back to Bateson. Bateson's shot's not good. Rebound cleared away by Landers Donahue. Down court. Oh, a long pass is tipped out of bounds, and the Tigers will still retain possession. Well, that one went down to about the 15-yard line, Josh.
Yeah, Stauffenberg saw the man cutting in the paint, was trying to get it into him. Sheridan player was able to stick his paw out, make it go out of bounds. Tigers still have possession.
LeClaire has it to Gwinna on the far side outside. On top of the key now to Stauffenberg, who drives the lane trying to penetrate. Gives it off to Bird. His shot for 3 is good. Tanner Bird.
Bird gets the lucky bounce. Finally, he was able to get that open shot after they kicked it out to him. A few opportunities he had before, couldn't make it drop that time. Gets the shooter's roll, puts it down for 3.
36-25 down court. It's Raybon. Shot from the corner. Hits it. Frank Sinclair. That's only his 4th point of the game. Here comes Tisso Gwinna. Gwinna at the free throw line to Stauffenberg for 3. It's good. Bounces in. Stauffenberg with his first tray of the game. He's got 7 points now, and it's a 10-point lead as Landers cutting it in, and a player control foul is going to be called against Frank Sinclair. And let me tell you what, that was a pretty easy call to make.
So far, the momentum has definitely shifted to the Tigers. They had 2 consecutive lucky bounces on the front rim for 3 points, and then getting the charge on that one to cause a turnover. So Tigers looking to cut into that lead, make it down to single digits.
Well, one of the officials is telling Coach Martini to have a seat, as he did not like that last call. And as a matter of fact, they've called, I think, a technical.
Yeah, it looks like there's a technical assessed to Sheridan.
Gwynna is at the free throw line for the Tigers. Tisso hits the free throw. He was an all-conference performer last year for Lander's team. Makes it 38-29. He can make it an 8-point game if he hits this one, and he does. Okay, so Tessa Gwynna coming up big, 38-30, an 8-point lead. The Tigers have cut that 16-point lead in half. So here's Stauffenberg. Tigers on the rebound now. Into Gwynna. Gwynna on top of the arc, moves to the right-hand side, off to LeClaire. LeClaire jiggles and joggles and moves to his right side. Reverses direction, loses the basketball out of bounds, and it'll go to Sheridan. Well, that time he just bounced it off his leg, Josh.
Yeah, there's been several times where LeClaire has had the ball. He's trying to make a move, and he's not able to keep possession of the ball, where he's made the same move trying to drive inside and loses it off of himself out of bounds.
Sean Sanders has it off to Ludke, and we have a foul.
Another charge
is going to be called on Ludke, and or Leach. I'm sorry, Leach. And that'll be his first personal foul. So we've got 6:12 to go. Tigers have it. Ball knocked out of bounds by Sanders. 8-point lead by Sheridan. 6:11 to go, third period. Into Gwynna. Gwynna fakes a pass. Now he gets it down court to Donahue. Donahue double teamed, and we have a timeout called by Stu Mullins. And it'll be a 30, and we'll be back after this.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
Okay, after the technical foul and an exchange of some free throws, Gwynna has it out of bounds for the Tigers into Stauffenberg. Stauffenberg in the corner to Gwynna for 3. It's no good. An air ball, a little bit long. Rebound snagged out of the air by Alex Sanders. Sanders comes in quickly, behind his back dribble. Gets it across the line. There's a shot up, in, and out. Not good by Bateson. Rebound by the Tigers. LeClaire stepped over the line. It's a turnover for Lander. And that'll go back to Sheridan.
Definitely the biggest thing that LeClaire has to work on is his ball handling skills. That is the 4th or 5th turnover, unforced, on his own, where he hasn't been able to control his dribble, and turns into a possession for Sheridan.
Down court underneath the basket. Rabon has a shot, foul, and it's going to be a foul on Lander under the basket. Or no, it's going to be on Sheridan. They're going to call it on, was it Sinclair?
33.
No, I didn't get that number. Thanks, Josh. Second foul on Cole Leach. So the Tigers have it out. There's Tisso Gwynna. Tisso Gwynna has it. Dribbles behind his back down to Stauffenberg. Stauffenberg launches one from beyond the arc. In and out. Not good. Rebound pulled away by Leach for Sheridan. And we go the other way with 5:20 to go in the period. On the near side, here's Leach. Outside the arc. Doesn't shoot. Underneath it goes to Bateson. Off the glass and in. Bateson gets the 2, and it's 40-30, a 10-point lead again by the Sheridan Broncs. Long pass down court. Here's Bird. Bird on the far side outside. Has the ball knocked away from him. A steal by the Sheridan Broncs. Underneath, layup up and good by Alex Sanders. Well, the Tigers, Josh, need to be a little bit better with the ball control there. Just losing the little handle a little bit.
Yeah, they're forcing their passes a little too much. They see the openings a little too late, as that 3 goes up and is no good. I mean, they're still getting open shots. Unfortunately, they're just not getting them to fall.
Tanner Bird picks up the personal foul off the rebound. And that is the Tigers' first foul in the second half. We've played almost half of the third quarter of play. 42-30, 12-point lead. Tigers had it down to 8 here a few minutes ago. Sheridan will have it in the backcourt. Alex Sanders brings it down, crosses the Tiger paw at center court, all the way down in the corner. Leach from 3 feet gets a basket. And that for Leach is his 5th point of the game. Here's Gwynna. Oh, Gwynna makes a fun move underneath the basket to Gwynna. Foul on Sheridan.
As you probably heard, the entire student section for the Tigers just lit up when Gwynna did that little hesitation crossover move. Forced the Sheridan Bronc onto his backside as he slid halfway across the backcourt as Tigers were able to pick up the foul. Lopez missed the first free throw, trying to cut into this Bronc lead.
2 for 3 from the free throw line, and Carson Chase comes back into the game for Sheridan. Next shot up by Lopez is good, so he gets 1 of 2, and it goes 44-31, 13-point lead. Sheridan building that lead back up again. Down court, Sanders all the way in and is drawing the foul in the lane. Personal is going to go against Carter Ayers, his 2nd personal foul. And Sanders at the free throw line. He's 0 for 2, missed his first 2 free throw attempts. Now Stauffenberg and Donahue exchange positions on the free throw lane. Shots up, got it. 1 out of 3 now from the free throw line, and it's back up to a 14-point lead. Got the second one too. 4 minutes, 8 seconds to go, 46-31. Tigers had a little spurt there, and let's see if they can do it again. Oh, behind the back pass, shot for 3, up, off, not good by Ayers. Rebound, pulled down by Chase. Here come the Broncs. Down court, Sanders from the corner, shots off, not good. Rebounded by the Tigers. Donahue gets it quickly down court to Lopez. Lopez in the corner, far side outside. Kicks it around to Donahue. Shots up and good by Stauffenberg.
Good extra pass by the Tigers. Give it to Stauffenberg, top of the key. Puts it in for 3, cuts that lead down to 12.
And a foul on the Tigers as we go down the court, and it's on Ayers, and that's his 3rd. 3:28 to go here, and coming into the lineup now for Lander is Colum Wheeler. Coming out of the game is Sean Sanders for Sheridan. Here's the inbounds pass. Chase has it, far side, gives it over to Sean Sanders. Shot from the corner is not good. Rebounded by Stauffenberg. To Gwynna. Gwynna all the way underneath the basket. Too strong of a pass. Intended that time for Wheeler, and it bounces out of bounds.
Gwynna saw the opening inside, saw that Wheeler's going to cut backside into the paint for the bucket. Unfortunately, put a little too much juice behind it. Wheeler unable to jump up and grab it. Another turnover for the Tigers.
Alex Sanders down court for Sheridan. Tip is up and good, but that's Raybon who gets that, and that is his 12th point of the game. Tigers come back down across the timeline. There's Gwynna, far side outside. Looked like he wanted to take the 3, but didn't. Dribbling on top of the key now. Makes a move to the left-hand side in the lane. Stops. Fires it back outside to Donahue. Up for 3 and good. Or up from 3 feet and good. That's only the first basket that Donahue's had. Down to 12 points now. 48-36. Almost a travel that time. As bringing the ball down the court was Alex Sanders. Underneath. Oh, there's a little muscling underneath the lane. No. Foul called, but they got it on the rebound. Personal foul is going to be called on Chase, his first. 2:23 to go, 48-36, 12-point lead. Lander will have it. underneath the basket. Bird comes into the game, and he'll take the ball in the backcourt. Sheridan showing pressure into Gwynna. Gwynna, down court, Stauffenberg, still in the backcourt. Now in the forecourt. He avoids the double team and draws the foul. And it's going to be whistled against Hamrick. Second foul. 7th team foul. And Stauffenberg goes to the line for Lander. He has 10 points in the game. This is his first free throw. Shot's good.
And Tigers have 3 team fouls compared to Sheridan's 7. So if they can do a good job in refraining from committing fouls, that'll be a big advantage going into the fourth quarter. As Tigers will be shooting free throws, Bronx will not.
Second free throw is missed, and the rebound goes off Lopez. So Carson Chase brings it down for the Bronx. Passes on the near side, the right wing. Underneath it goes. Oh, there's a nice block. Underneath, another shot. Foul called as Bateson draws a foul.
That's a good setup pass by Chase into Bateson. He was trying to do a little alley-oop lead in towards the basket for the layup. Bird saw it. He was able to collect himself, come in for the block. Unfortunately, Bateson was able to collect the offensive rebound again for the Bronx. Missed the second attempt, was able to pick up, draw the foul, and makes the first free throw.
Stauffenberg's third personal foul. First free throw is good by Bateson, and he's lining up now. Bounces the ball once, spins it in his hand, fires it, and hits it. 2 minutes to go, third period. It's 50-37, 13-point lead. Here comes Tissot Gwynna into the forecourt on the left wing. Gwynna makes a move to his right, now his left. He lost the basketball but picked it back up. He almost faked the Sheridan player out of his shoes. Underneath, pass underneath the basket, shot's good. Goes up to Wheeler. Wheeler with his first basket of the game. And the Tigers have narrowed it down to 11 points, 50-39. Here's Chase for 3. No, not good. Rebounded by Raybon. In the corner it goes. With it is Bateson. His shot for 3. No, not good. Rebound. Tip is good.
Tigers have got to do a better job of boxing out and getting inside to get rebounds. The Bronx are absolutely killing them on the boards, getting multiple offensive rebounds in the same possession. The more possessions you have, the more points you're going to score, and that's how you win the game. Tigers need to do absolutely better at trying to get the boards.
Hamrick's free throw was not good, but Sheridan gets the rebound. Raybon underneath the basket now, kicks it out to Bateson. Bateson double teamed. Still double teamed, trying to get it away. Finally finds Alex Sanders. Sanders on top of the key now, moves to the right hand or left hand wing to Chase. Ball's almost taken away. There's Bateson off the glass and in. Caden Bateson now has 14, 16, 18 points in the game, leading scorer. Under 45 seconds to go now. Third period of play. Gwynna gives it off to Wheeler. Wheeler back on the near side. Ayers has it on top. Gwynna. Gwynna holding the ball. He's standing on the tiger paw. Now he goes over in the near side. Lopez will launch it. No, not good. Rebound comes up by Raybon. Down court comes the Bronx in the corner. Hamrick at the free throw line in the middle. The ball gets away, picked up by the Tigers. Lopez gets it with 10 seconds to go in the period. Here's Gwynna. Gwynna stops, dribbles behind his back. There's a shot up, and it's going to be way, way off the mark by Jace LeClaire. And that will end the third period of play. And the score, the Sheridan Bronx 54 and the Lander Valley Tigers 39. Back after this.
Ever wonder why so many babies are delivered at Hot Springs Health in Thermopolis? Could it be the exceptional prenatal care offered by our providers? Or our convenient family practice clinics located in Thermopolis, Warland, Basin, Shoshone, and Riverton. Maybe it's our new OB Suites with large jetted tub, or maybe it's the place where you know you can find all of this and more.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
Well, 18 points scored by the Sheridan Broncs in that that third period, and the Lander Tigers 17 points. So, Josh, they're getting a little bit better, but they haven't been able to crack into that big lead that Sheridan got in the first quarter.
And the biggest thing is Sheridan continues to dominate the offensive boards, dominating the glass overall. Tigers have a shot, they miss. Sheridan gets the rebound, one possession. Sheridan shoots it up, misses 2 or 3 times, gets the offensive rebound, continues the possession, and finally gets the ball in. That's a big thing Tigers have to work on if they want to try and get back into this game.
Both teams exchange turnovers. Lander has it now. Bringing the ball down the court is McClung. McClung across the timeline to Stauffenberg in the corner. Donahue. Donahue can't shoot. Underneath the basket, Ayers lost the handle on the basketball. Long pass down court to Chase, and he scores on a layup. His fourth point of the game. It's 56-39. Tigers ball control. And there's a foul. Stauffenberg fouled on the play by Sean Sanders. Got him on the arm, and Stauffenberg goes to the free throw line for Lander. Stauffenberg with 11 points in the game. He's 1 for 2 from the line. 7:20 left. And he misses it. 17-point lead. Tigers had it down to 8 at one point early in the third quarter, and Sheridan has pulled back away. Next shot is up and good. Fouled outside the arc, so he gets 3 free throws. He's hit 1 of the first 2. Next shot in the air, rims out, not good. Rebound pulled away by Cole Leach. Leach gets the ball down court. Sanders has it underneath to Chase, 2 points.
That was just a great backdoor cut by Chase, realizing that Tigers had nobody inside to defend the baseline. Easy 2 points for him.
And the shot on the other side by Ayers is up off, not good. He had the shot from the paint from about 4 feet, but it didn't go. 18-point lead, largest of the game by Sheridan. Down court, Cole Leach with it. Off the shot, no, it rolled across the basket, wouldn't go in. Down court now. McClung. McClung stopped, almost traveled with the ball to LeClaire. Back to McClung. On top of the key, in the corner, near side. Underneath it goes to Ayers in the lane. Hands it off to Stauffenberg from the corner. No, not good. Fight for the rebound. Lander comes away with the basketball. Donahue, nice rebound effort. And it's going to go off LeClaire, I think.
No, they're going to say the Sheridan player poked it out of bounds.
Okay, so McClung, I'm sorry. Takes it out of bounds for the Tigers.
Get it in.
There's underneath the Ayers. His shot high off the glass is too high. Rolls off the right side of the rim. 6:15 to go. 18-point lead by the Broncs. Here we go again. Nice muscle move there by Bateson, and he gets his 20th point of the game. 60-40. Here's Stauffenberg on top of the key. Underneath the Ayers. Shot's good. 2 points for the Tigers. 6 points now in the game by Ayers. And it's back down to 18. Alex Sanders on top of the key. Near side it goes to Sean Sanders. Sean Sanders on top of the key. Back to Bateson. Bateson on the give and go. Stolen away by Jace LeClaire. Turnover. Oh, behind his back. No look pass on top of the key. Knocked away. Picked up by Sean Sanders. Sean Sanders in the middle, underneath, foul on the play. Lander commits the foul. Sanders drew the foul, and it's going to be on McClung, his first.
That was just a poor decision by Chase LeClaire. He's been having a hard time possessing the ball on just regular dribble moves, and then he tries to go with the behind-the-back no-look pass. Got to work on your fundamentals first before you can go to that flashy stuff.
5:25 to go in the game, 19-point lead now. Wholesale changes for Lander. Lopez comes in, Gwynna comes in, Bird comes in, Donahue stays in, and Stauffenberg stays in. Sanders at the free throw line. Alex Sanders, there's a couple of them out there. Shot's good, he got them both. And now re-entering the lineup is Hamrick. 62-42, largest lead of the game by Sheridan. Lander moving right to left here on the floor, the Bob Carey Memorial Fieldhouse, the Bill Stranigan Classic Basketball Tournament here in Riverton and Lander this weekend. Here's Gwynna on top, off to Lopez. In the corner, Donahue. Donahue dribbles it across to Gwynna, who doesn't shoot the three. Around the horn, Lopez drives underneath the lane, hands it off to Stauffenberg from 5. No. Rebound stolen away. Nice steal by Donahue. And he gets the basket, and quickly Stu Mullins calls timeout. 4:55 to go. We'll be back in a minute.
To the canyon near you. Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
4:55 to go in the game. Lander still huddling under Coach Stu Mullins. A 18-point lead now by Sheridan. Their largest lead of the game was 20, and as I said earlier, Lander had gotten it down to an 8-point lead before Sheridan took control. Sheridan now has the ball. Inbounds pass to Sinclair. Sinclair back to Raybon. Raybon over to Chase in the middle of the floor to Sinclair. Underneath, shots up and good. Hamrick with his 8th point of the game. And it's back up to 20-point lead. Here's Gwynna, drives the lane, and oh, what a great move by Tisso Gwynna, and he now has 8 points in the game. That was just a sweet move through the lane, Josh.
Gwynna takes it coast to coast, and he takes it in the lane. Quick little scoop and score. If you're the Tigers, you want the person that's had the most skill to take over for you, and that's been Gwynna. Gwynna and Stauffenberg need to be the vocal leaders of this team to try and get them back in this game.
Raybon answers with 2, 66-46. Tigers in the forecourt, going right to left on the floor here at Lander Valley High School. Now on the near side, Donahue. In the corner, Lopez doesn't shoot to Bird. Underneath, Stauffenberg under the basket for 2, and it misses. It rolls off. He missed a point-blank shot. 3:46 to go now. Just trying to figure out what the final score here is going to be as Sheridan took control of this game in the first quarter, and they haven't let go. All right, underneath the basket, Hamrick doesn't shoot. Here's a long three-pointer, up, off, not good. Rebound out of bounds, and it'll stay with Sheridan. Now entering the lineup, Luke Stevens, his first time in the game. Coming out now is Hamrick. 3.5 minutes to go, 20-point lead by Sheridan. Chase inbounds it to Sinclair. Leach underneath, ball's knocked away, turnover. Stauffenberg has it. Stauffenberg takes it all the way, tries it off the glass, misses the basket. Rebound pulled down by Sinclair. Nice fast break opportunity that time for the Tigers, but the ball didn't go in the hoop. Near side, Stevens on the right wing. On top, Leach. Tigers running that man for man, and a foul is going to be called on Bird, his second, and we are in the 1 and bonus for Sheridan, so going to the line is Leach. Has 5 points in the game, his first free throw here. And it's not good. Out of bounds, go to Lander. Last touch, they say, by Raybon. And coming back into the lineup for Lander now is Wheeler, and coming out is Stauffenberg. He's been running up and down the court. He's got a big red face. He's really perspiring over there. Putting a lot of effort into this game. In the middle it goes Wheeler. In the corner, Lopez will fire for three. Abe Lopez gets his second three of the game. Now has 9 points. Down to 2.5 minutes to go. Here's an answer. Not up. It's not answered. Underneath the basket. Knocked away. It'd go to the Tigers out of bounds. Last touched by Luke Stevens.
Lopez probably has the best shooting stroke from outside. Has good angle, good 90-degree angle on that release point. Follows through with his shooting hand. Gets enough pop in the air that he can get a nice arc, put it in for three.
Here's Bird from the lane. Shot's not good. Rebound by Donahue. In the corner it goes. And the ball is a bad pass, intercepted by the Tigers. Return the favor underneath the basket. Shots up, and no, not good by Wheeler. Just a little bit, need a little more energy on that shot. It hit the front of the rim. Chase now for Sheridan. Sanders has it, top of the key. Off to Leach. Leach on the left wing. Gives it to Chase. Chase fires one from out there, and it bounces around, no. Rebound by Donahue. For Lander to Gwynna. Long pass underneath to Wheeler. He is hammered underneath the basket. And it looks like he's okay. He's getting up. He'll have 2 shots. And the personal foul whistled against Sinclair, and that's all for Sinclair. That's his 5th foul. So Frank Sinclair fouls out of the game at the 1:39 mark. He ended the game with 4 points. Wheeler at the line for the Tigers, and the first one goes in. He now has 3 in the game. Second shot coming up. This one's in the air. No. Rebound goes off of Lopez and out of bounds, and it'll go to Sheridan. Minute and a half to go, 135, 66-50. Sheridan has maintained that lead that they grabbed in the first quarter. They haven't let it go. Here's Chase, fouled by Lopez, a block. And that will be Lopez's 3rd foul. Minute and a half to go. Sheridan back to the free throw line. Carson Chase has 6 points, looking for number 7. Shots in the air. No, not good. Rebound lost out of bounds. Nice move defensively by Luke Stevens to knock that off of the Tigers. So Chase takes it out of bounds. Inbounds, oh, nice inbounds pass. Jake Woodrow gets his first points of the game, and it's 68-50. Here's Gwynna, nice drive, and 2 more points for Tisso Gwynna. He's now in double figures with 10. Underneath the basket, layup on the other side. Luke Stevens, his first points of the game. Tigers now go the other way. Here's McClung. McClung hands off to Lopez. His shot for 3 is good. His second tray of the game. And Lopez now with 11 points in the game, or 10 points rather. Let's see, 6, 3, 9. No, he's got 12 points in the game. Sorry, my addition isn't good. Under a minute to go. 70-55 is the score. Class 4A Sheridan's going to win this game over Class 3A Lander. It'll be good experience, though, for the Lander Tigers playing a Class 4A team. and playing them tough for quite a while before that first quarter really was the difference. There's a block by Woodrow. 18 seconds to go. Chase brings it down, lost the handle on it, got it right back. Here's the pass on the near side to Leach. They're going to run the clock out. Just 6 seconds to go. With it now, Woodrow. 1 second, and that's the game. Final score, Sheridan 70 and Lander 55. And we'll be back with a look at our Click It or Ticket postgame show, final statistics, and maybe a word or two on analysis right after we take this break.
And Wellness knows what it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Worland, Basin, Powell, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, deconditioned, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care at Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at gotchi.org.
Is your resolution this year to be healthier? You may have made a commitment to improve your physical health, but don't forget about your financial health. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union is listed as one of the healthiest credit unions in the U.S., and we are the healthiest credit union in Wyoming, according to depositaccounts.com. Don't risk having your accounts anywhere else. Become a member today and accomplish your first resolution by becoming healthier. Financially speaking, that is. Federally insured by NCUA. Open your eyes to a credit union. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union.
Bailey's Enterprises is a proud sponsor of Riverton Wolverines football. For over 50 years, Bailey's has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service and to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey, go Wolverines.
Riverton's Hampton Inn & Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County school athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
Former University of Wyoming quarterback Josh Allen is worthy of Wyoming.
23 plays into my first start here at the University of Wyoming. I dropped back, kind of went through a progression. I saw the middle of the field kind of open up. I decided to lower my shoulder. His helmet went straight into my collarbone here. We landed on the 20-yard line. At that moment, I knew something was really bad.
So Josh's collarbone was pretty bad. He had broken in multiple places, and it required hardware fixation with the plate in order to get it back together.
It was devastating news to me and my family, just knowing that, it could have ended 23 plays in.
We had no question whether we could perform the surgery here, given our wide range of varying subspecialties within orthopedics.
I would recommend Premier Bone and Joint Centers. The thing that made me feel really comfortable with them was they made it feel like your own family.
I think he'll have no problem performing in the NFL. His rehab and his recovery done very well, and I don't see any restrictions on him whatsoever.
They want the best for you, and they won't steer you wrong.
Let us show you why we're worthy of Wyoming.
Riverton.
Back again at the Bill Stranagan Classic here in Lander, as the Sheridan Broncs have taken a 70-55 victory over the Lander Tigers. Nice to see Shamri Romero down there, one of the players for the Wind River Cougars. They play tomorrow down in, Mountain View. Yeah, down there in the Bridger Valley Classic. He's going to be one of the stalwarts of the Cougars this year. Looking at the Lander scoring, Tisso Gwena had 10 points in the contest. Brennan Stauffenberg, 12. Abe Lopez, 12. Then we had Tanner Bird with 7, 6 points each for Carter Ayers and Kellen Donahue, and 3 points for Colum Wheeler. On the other side of the roster, leading scorer was Caden Bateson with 20. Double figures, Ludke had 14, 8 points apiece by Hamrick and Sanders, 5 points by Leach, 4 points by Frank Sinclair, who fouled out at the 139 mark, 6 points in the game by Carson Chase, who came in late and hit some baskets, and 2 points by Jake Woodrow. And, Josh, looking again, we mentioned this at the end of the last period. The first quarter is what did the Tigers in. They were outscored 22-9. But then in the second period, Sheridan had 14, Lander 13. In the third period, Sheridan 18, Lander 17. And in the final period, both teams scored 16 points. So you take away that bad first quarter, and I know that's what Stu Mullins will be looking at. Try to get off to a better start. I don't know if they were a little intimidated by the Class 4A team or not, but the Tigers did not start off well, but they finished a good 3 quarters, which have to give them a little bit of confidence going into tomorrow's game against Cheyenne East.
Yeah, the first quarter, the Bronx just were completely manhandling them down in the paint on the boards. They had several offensive rebounds where the Tigers had none. When you have offensive rebounds, you get second and third chance points, where there was a couple times where the Bronx had 2 or 3 offensive rebounds in a row. And, it doesn't matter what sport you're in. Anytime you have more possessions to get scores, the better chance you have of winning the game. That's exactly what the Bronx did. And the Tigers, they had good offensive scheme. They were doing a good job of breaking that man defense that the Bronx had at the beginning. They kept double-teaming Gwena and Stauffenberg when they drove inside. So what they do, they kick it outside the open guy out on the wing and on the perimeter. And they had open shots. They just couldn't get them to fall. So the Tigers, one and done on their possessions, couldn't get it to score. The Bronx had 2, 3, sometimes 4 opportunities to put it in the basket. That's exactly what they did. They had the huge advantage in points in the paint. They had the huge advantage on offensive rebounds, and I do believe they did not commit nearly as many turnovers as the Tigers did. And like you said, second, third, and fourth quarter, it was pretty even. Never looked like that on the scoreboard except for the beginning of the second half when they brought it down to 8 points. But Tigers, getting outscored the first quarter 22-9, that's really hard to try and climb back and make it a game from there.
Well, this is kind of like a preseason game, these tournaments, and the Tigers wanted to schedule and play some 4A teams so they could get a really good look at what they need to do, where their weaknesses were, and what they can do to overcome those in the next couple of games. And, of course, our final score was 70-55. This is the Click It or Ticket postgame show. And with us right now is Coach Stu Mullins of the Lander Tigers. And, Coach, we were just saying that the Tigers didn't start well today, and they played in almost even the second, third, and fourth quarters. Yep. But that slow start got you. But that's something you can work on.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. That's what we said. If we could have survived the first quarter a little bit better, then, we won the second half, and we were right in it. And I was just extremely proud of their effort throughout. And that's a really good team. They're the number 3 or 4 team in 4A for a reason. They had 8 returners. And, we were right in it. We were down 8 with a wide open 3 to cut it to 5 in the third quarter, So, I told these guys that's one of those games you want to go right back to the film, and there's just little things that we can just get better at. And, there's going to be some cringe-worthy moments where we were so dang close and we just couldn't handle their rebounding early on, and that was really what kind of did us in. But super proud of their effort.
Well, Sheridan pretty much controlled the boards,
yeah,
especially on the offensive side, and they got a lot of points off second and third rebound shots.
Yeah, that was it. You know, we were forcing them into some difficult shots. You know, they got some wide open ones early, but you know, our thing was when they're missing the tough ones, we weren't getting the defensive rebounds, and then we did in the second half. You know, and they started to get physical, and we got some over the back calls, and they did exactly what they needed to do. So
yeah, Alex Lopez came in, hit threes in the game, ended up with 12 points in the contest.
Yeah, yep, he's kind of our wild card. You know, if he can play the way that we want to play and keep his guy in front of him and rebound a little bit, he's a kid that can score for us. And so I was really proud of just his attitude tonight.
And in that first period of play, that press seemed to really bother the Tigers. Did you see anything there that you can make some adjustments on?
Yeah, you know, they didn't really break it for steals. You know, it was really just forcing quick shots, which is part of the press, right? If you don't get steals, then you force shots that you don't typically take. And that's kind of what we did. But they got out of it. And then they came back to it, and then they got out of it because we broke it again, and that's really when we made our run, was when they did those things. And we handled their zone pretty well there in the fourth quarter, and, you know, game one.
Yeah, well, yeah, it is the first game, and, of
Yep.
course, that's why you play these tournaments.
Yes.
You know, you want to find out your strengths and weaknesses so you can work on those in practice.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, I told them this is exactly who you want to play, you know, and because it exposes all your weaknesses, you know, and you have to play your best, like every single possession. And, you know, I thought they did that to the best of their ability tonight. There's a lot of execution things that we can clean up, and we definitely don't want to give up 70 points a night, and that'll get better.
Yeah. Now, what do you know about Cheyenne East? And you've got an early morning game
Yeah.
tomorrow. You play at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yep, it's kind of like a tournament-type schedule. So that's okay. You know, I'm just happy we've got these teams on our floor and we're playing these games. And, yeah, they are good. I mean, they're going to be just as physical or more than this Sheridan team. They may not be as skilled, but similar styles. I mean, they're going to try to get up and down, and they got one kid that's a sophomore that's a really, really good player. And so, you know, I'm excited to go back out with these guys, though, and just try to put it together again.
Well, I tell you what, the Tigers had 3 good quarters.
Yep.
And but you needed 4.
Yep.
You
Yep.
needed
Exactly.
4. Yeah, I think if you just took those last 3 quarters, you would only be behind by 3 points.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
yeah. And even with that, you know, like I said, we've got the ball wide open 3. Brennan's got a shot to cut it to 5, you know, in the third quarter. So, you know, we hit that. It's a whole different game, and that's what they know. And, you know, right now we want to compete to get in these games, you know, and then it's going to compete to win these games. And that's just with a very inexperienced team, takes some time.
Well, I tell you, Tissot had some great drives tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a kid that's probably going to score 20 a game for us. I mean, he had some threes that didn't go down, and his thing is he's got to handle the ball. He's got to score for us. He's got to facilitate for us. He's got to break the press for us. He's got to defend usually their best or quickest player, and he'll do it without a bat of an eye. I mean, he's one of the toughest kids I've coached. So I really like this group. You know, like I said at the beginning, I don't know what that means in wins and losses, but they're going to compete, and I like our chances.
Well, that's all you want is for the team to compete. And they stuck together there.
Yep.
They didn't fall apart after that first quarter. They came back as a team.
Yep. Yeah, we put it up there. You know, I saw a quote today that says, "You don't have to be perfect, but you have to stick together." And, you know, that's our thing. Like, you know, and I said, we've got 82 days until March. You know, and I told him my first year at Lander, we lost to Rollins 70-31. And in 4 weeks' time, we beat them on our home floor, you know. So you just got to stick with it. And, you know, they will. This is a good group, and I was really proud of their effort tonight.
Well, that reminds me, I'm going to go back in history here a little bit. In 1968,
all right,
we got beat on the floor of the field house in Laramie 70-50 by Laramie.
Yep.
We reversed the score in the state tournament.
Yep.
Went on to beat them by 20 and then beat Cheyenne East in the final.
Yep.
And that was our first ever state championship.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. You know, I learned that from Coach Quell. You know, you want to play the best at the beginning of the year, and especially if you're going to see them again. And we did the same thing with Gillette when I was at Riverton, and we played them early and we lost by 50. And then in the state semis we beat them. And so you can't replicate that speed and the physicality, and where we have so much inexperience, our ceiling's a lot higher than a lot of teams, that do have the experience and have been there. And so like I said, we never want to lose, but we know where we're going.
Yeah. Well, it was a good game tonight, a good opener. Nice turnout of fans.
Yeah.
I was really surprised.
Yeah, we've got 15 home games this year, which is just absolutely insane. And it's awesome to be here in front of our fans, and they do such a good job. And our kids love it.
Well, Coach, thanks for coming up and talking with us after the game, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow. Hopefully with a little better smile on our face after Cheyenne East.
Yeah. It is what it is, and I just want the kids to compete this weekend, and we'll tear it apart on film and get back to work next week.
Sounds good.
Yep.
Tiger coach Stu Mullins,
Thanks
for stopping by. We really appreciate it. And now we are going to have a moment before we choose our player of the game. Josh, let's take a break, and we'll be back on KFCW.
Comprehensive eye health exams, highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Ballard, Dr. Hinkle, and Dr. Frazier offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
Okay, back again, and we want to make our player of the game selection for tonight's game. And it's going to be Tisso Gwinna. We heard about the play from the head coach, Stu Mullins, about his play. And, he said Tisso was going to hit maybe 20 a game. He got half that tonight. But, it is the first game, Jinners. So congratulations to Tisso Gwinna, our player of the game. Now, we're going to be back tomorrow morning with a 10 o'clock game. It'll be the Lander Lady Tigers against Cheyenne East, and then at 11:30 it will be the Lander Tigers against Cheyenne East. So Lander fans, you can be here early tomorrow at 10 o'clock and at 11:30. And as Coach Mullins said, this is kind of like a state tournament where you do have morning games. Well, on behalf of Josh Henninger and the Kirk Baxter, who's helping us at the studio of KFCW to get all these games on the air, we want to give special thanks to Kevin Shields, our general manager, for the opportunity to do these games. And, of course, we really want to thank our sponsors who stepped up and made these broadcasts possible. So until 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, this is Ernie Over bidding you a pleasant good evening from the Bill Stranigan Basketball Classic at Lander Valley High School. Lander and Cheyenne East tomorrow morning at 10.